It was on December 13th that the Lady Indians got a blowout win over Junction City here at Hayes High. Now 53 days and 8 games later, they're back home and ready to put their undefeated record to the test against the Sunrise Christian Academy Buffaloes. And with that, we welcome you into tonight's game on this Tuesday night from Hayes High School, along with our entire Tribe Broadcasting Network crew. I'm Hank Corsair, and the Lady Indians have enjoyed a successful season so far with an undefeated record, a strong senior class, a championship in both the Hayes City Shootout and the Colby Orange and Black Tournament, and a number 4 ranking in Class 5A. Now they're finally back home, but they'll be facing arguably their toughest test of the regular season against a Sunrise Christian team that's on a 12-game win streak with some big double-digit wins, and really just a program that's been successful as a whole, as they've had 4 straight 20-win seasons and on track to do it again under their head coach in his 17th year, Terry Michael. But luckily for Hayes High, they have experience playing tough teams this season. Just in this road stretch alone, they've gotten wins over a top 10 Manhattan team, a 42-point win over the 7th-ranked Garden City Buffaloes, and an overtime win over the top team in 4A, the Wellington Crusaders. So they'll be looking for another big win and another big game, as tonight we'll see a battle of some of the best teams in the state in the first matchup since 2006, where the Lady Indians defeated the Buffaloes 41-25. And we'll take a look at both teams and also some games from around the state when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians! Back here at Hayes High School as the Lady Indians get set to take on Sunrise Christian Academy, and we'll now take a look at both teams. But before we do that, we'll now take a look at the games going on around the state tonight. Starting off in the WAC, Garden City is on the road tonight in Dodge City, and the only game featuring 2 WAC teams against each other. And Liberal is on the road crossing state lines to play Hooker, Oklahoma. Great Bend is the only team off tonight for the WAC. They will be back in action on Friday at home against Liberal. And TMP, they're at home tonight taking on the Trigo Golden Eagles. And also there's a lot of notable games going on around the state tonight as we take a look at some of those. Centralia, the number 1 ranked team in the Max Preps All-Class rankings, is at home tonight taking on Doniphan West. Notable game here in 3A, Heston at home against the Halstead Dragons. And probably the game of the night right here in 5A, Seaman going on the road to put their ranking to the test against Base or Linwood. And then Northern Valley is at Golden Plains in Rexford, Kansas. And now we'll take a look at our team rundown, starting off with Hayes High. The Hayes High girls are undefeated, and with last Friday's win over Great Bend by a score of 65-39, it puts them at number 4 in the latest KBCA 5A rankings. And as we take a look back at that game, the Lady Indians got off to a slow start with the Panthers the Panthers pulled ahead 9-2 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. But Hayes High caught fire after that, going on a huge 22-0 run to go up 24-9, and they added 12 more after a Great Bend free throw to take control of the game and eventually take a 42-15 lead going into halftime. And at that point, Hayes High brought the pace of the game down, but was still able to extend their lead to 30 heading into the final 8 minutes. And after a running clock in the fourth quarter, they got their 13th straight win. And in the game, along with the impressive defensive performance, the Lady Indians were able to rely on some key scorers, including Jenna Schmeidler, who finished with 15, and the senior duo of Molly Martin and Katie Lindenberger also reaching double figures. So they'll look for another big performance on offense tonight. as we now take a look at Sunrise Christian. As we mentioned, the Lady Indians have a long winning streak. So do the Buffaloes, who have a streak of 12 and a record of 16-1. And coming into tonight's game after going 3-0 in the Ralph Miller Classic and defeating Clearwater in the championship 57-29. And as we take a look back at their season, it hasn't been an easy road as they travel around the country to play some very good teams, including a double-digit win over Wichita Home School to start the season, and a close win over El Dorado Springs, Missouri in the Carthage tournament, which is where their only loss came from against the Bulldogs from Rolla, Missouri. But since then, they've beaten 11 of the 12 teams in their winning streak by double digits, and will look to extend the streak to 13 tonight before they play some more tough games down the road. Including their fourth and final matchup of the season against the Wichita Defenders Home School and Destiny Christian from Del City, Oklahoma. So that'll do it for our team rundowns, and we'll have starting lineups and tip-off when we come back. This is Ace High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians!
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High Schools, we're just 2 minutes away from tip-off as Hayes High gets set to take on Sunrise Christian Academy. And before we get to the start of tonight's game, we'll take a look at our starting lineup. Starting off with Sunrise Christian, this is who they will go with. 5'11" junior wearing number 2, Mariah Sekic. The junior wearing another junior wearing number 4, Alina Milovic. Anika Moore wearing number 5 will also get the start. One of 3 seniors in the lineup as we run down those. Wearing number 13 and standing at 5'10", the senior Nila Cherinik, and rounding it out is number 23, the senior Sandra Rocca. And now looking at Hayes High starting lineup, it is the usual. Starting off with Jenna Schmeidler, the 5'7" freshman and the team leader in scoring, who is the Orange and Black tournament most outstanding player. The trio of Katie Lindenberger, Molly Martin, and Kenley Winter will get the start tonight. And also rounding it out is Zoe Winter, the second team all-WAC selection from a year ago. And that'll do it from the pregame show. We will have tip-off for you when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians!
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, Practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School as we are about ready to tip off in tonight's game as Hayes High looks for their 14th win in a row against a very tough Sunrise Christian team. And it's going to be a battle of two teams that really just control every game they play on both offense and defense. Hayes High, averaging almost 65 points per game coming into tonight's game, will face a very tough Sunrise Christian team that has held their opponents to under 30 points in 7 games this season. And as both teams make their way onto the floor, we'll get you a uniform description for tonight. The Buffaloes are wearing black uniforms that include white stripes going down the sides and maroon numbers and letters with white outlines on both. And Hayes High will be wearing their usual home attire, which is white jerseys with maroon numbers and letters with a gold outline reading Indians across the front. It'll be Katie Lindenberger tipping for Hayes High against Anika Moore, the 5'10 senior, and as we wait for the officials to make their way onto the court to get things started. Again, Hayes High starters for tonight consist of Jenna Schmeidler, Katie Lindenberger, Molly Martin, Kenley Winter, and Zoe Winter. And it'll be Lindenberger doing the tip. Not quite sure what the delayed start is for. The official is talking to the head coach for Sunrise Christian, Terry Michael. Has served as the Buffaloes head coach for the last 17 seasons, has been very successful with the program. We are ready to get things underway as the ball will go up and it will go to the Buffaloes. They will start with it going from left to right, Hayes High from right to left. They'll throw it in right away. Katie Lindenberger wasting no time, getting her 7th steal of the season and passing it to Jenna Schmeidler. She'll stop, free throw line, pull up, off the back iron, takes a couple bounces but rattles out, no good. And the rebound will go to Anika Moore. We get the drive from Cherenik. She'll try the jump shot from the left baseline. It's no good. And Schmeidler was the one that cleaned the glass. She'll stop just before entering 2-point range, kicks it over to Zoe Winter. Top the arc three was no good. Still on the ground. Katie Lindberger thought she had it for a moment, but it's rebounded by the Buffaloes. And right away, the Sunrise Christian able to get their first points of the game. On their first basket of the game was Maria Sikic that was able to go down and score. Molly Martin with the ball, kicks it over. Katie Lindenberger on the pick and roll, and the layup is good. Another assist for Molly Martin as Hayes High on the board for the first time tonight. Buffalo's going with a fast pace. Chernak with it, kicks it over in the right wing, and now they'll get a pass into the paint, and Sikic gets another layup to go. It was Chernak who got the assist. And both baskets start this game coming from Sikic as the Buffaloes start 2 for 2 from the field. And then Hayes High turns it over as the pass was intended for Kenley Winter, and it goes out of bounds right next to the Sunrise bench. Sikic will take the inbound from Elena Milovic. Molly Martin playing tight defense, able to poke the ball free at the half court. Passes over to Jenna Schmeidler, 2-on-2 with Kenley Winter. She'll pass it over to Winter, and the layup is good. Another assist for Jenna Schmeidler, averaging just over 2 on the season, and Kenley Winter's got her first points of the night. 4-4 game as we're just a little under 2 minutes into this, and Hayes High getting the steal. Kenley Winter, she was fouled as she went down the sideline. They'll call the foul on number 13, Nayla Kyranik, as Martin will inbound it. 2 minutes in the game, tied 4-4. It's about what you expected. It's going to be the two teams going back and forth all night. Jenna Schmeidler thought about driving, instead will throw it back out to Zoe Winter. She'll drive, being guarded by Anika Moore. Winter with it, will drive, and will stumble a little bit. Tried the layup, it's no good. And Milovic will get the rebound, and then fouled by Kenley Winter as she was going back. So one foul for both teams. The inbound will come from Milovic. Hayes High playing that full court press, and the pass will go into Raka. And they have the pass going up court, but Molly Martin able to bat it out of bounds. It will stay with the Buffaloes. Sikic will look, throw it in to Milovic. Guarded by Kenley Winter. She'll drive right away, had it poked free as she entered the paint. The ball went on the ground, Moore with it, had it deflected, and then they're gonna say it was off her, as it wasn't a dead ball yet when she got a hold of it, and it bounced out of bounds. So Hayes High able to force another turnover. Schmeidler will cross the 10-second line. We'll kick it over to Katie Lindenberger on the right wing. Over to Winter. Hayes High just working it around. Now they'll go inside to Lindenberger. She'll pump fake once, fade away from the basket, and another layup goes for Hayes High. 2 assists for Jenna Schmeidler and 4 points for Katie Lindenberger. We'll go for a pass here for Sunrise, and this one, another one going out of bounds. Intended for the 5'10 senior from Poland, Sandra Hraka. Standing in the left corner, just couldn't hold on to the ball as it went out of bounds. 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Hayes High 6, Sunrise 4. As Martin gets the pass from Schmeidler. Pump fakes and goes back to Kenley Winter. Hasn't dribbled yet. Instead, we'll give it back to Martin. She'll drive, go into a double team, kick it out. Schmeidler, left wing 3 on the way, no good. And Lindenberger able to grab the rebound, her first of the night. And the ball went out of bounds. It will stay with Hayes High. Schmeidler will throw it in. Tried throwing it to Molly Martin. She was covered up right away. And Martin will eventually get it as they'll go inside. Zoe Winter trying to back down her man. And the layup is no good. Katie Lindenberger with the rebound and has it stolen from her by Moore. And at the other end, Jenna Schmeidler able to come out with it underneath the basket for her first steal of the game. And at the other end, Kenley Winter, another layup goes. Hayes High just continuing to get inside, and we're going to get a foul. Jenna Schmeidler came out with the steal, and Milovic will be called with the foul. And Hayes High already starting to pick up the pace in this game. 5 for 10 from the field. And they have a 10-4 lead with 4:16 remaining here in the first quarter. And we'll see the first substitutions for Hayes High of the night as Molly Buckles checks in for the first time. And also making a substitution is the 5'7" senior Riley Dreher. And the free throw is good by Schmeidler. It was 4-4 just a second ago, but Hayes High starting a 7-0 run as the Buffaloes will pass it. And they almost lost it again. Hayes High quickly able to pounce on it when they have the opportunity, but they'll go all the way to the basket. And Maria Seigic now up to 6 points with that last layup. Still 0 missed shots from the Buffaloes tonight. Jenna Schmeidler pull-up fadeaway is no good, and Seigic has her first rebound of the night. At the other end, able to blow past the Hayes High defense. Sandra Hraka has her first points of the game. And just like that, it's 11-8. Just when you think one team's pulling away for a moment, the other's going to come storming back. Riley Dreher has it, kicks over to Martin on the top of the arc, and then gives it over to Jenna Schmeidler. Bounce pass inside, Molly Buckles, and the layup takes a bounce off the front of the rim and goes in. Second assist for Jenna Schmeidler, first points for Molly Buckles, 6-foot junior. And we're going to get a ball go out of bounds, and it's going to be another turnover. And it will go to Hayes High as we'll see Lindsay Canick check in for Zoe Winter. It's Hayes High 13, Sunrise 8, 3:06 remaining here in the first quarter. Schmeidler will cross half court, will walk towards that left wing, get a screen, and now drive into the paint. Will stop just at the free throw line. And was able to pick up her dribble because it got deflected for a moment. Schmeidler waiting for the offense to get set up. She'll drive and will stop in the paint, and they're going to say that she traveled with it. So we'll go back to the Buffaloes as Seigic gets ready to throw it in to Milovic. She'll cross half court, being guarded by Molly Buckles, and then kick it over right away to Chernick. We'll do a spin move into the paint and losing the ball once again. Jenna Schmeidler getting her third steal of the game as she drives all the way to the basket and with the left-handed layup puts it in. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Buffaloes as Hayes High takes a 15-8 lead with 2:29 remaining here in the first quarter. And we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School following the 30-second timeout called by Sunrise Christian. And the Indians holding the 15-8 lead. Just looking at the score sheet so far, it's just one team will start scoring and getting momentum, and then the other will come storming back as Hayes High had the 11-4 lead, and then the Buffaloes were able to come up with some points, and they missed the layup, but they get the rebound from Moore, her second of the game, and now underneath the basket, Chernick able to finish for her first points. Riley Dreher with it off a pass from Molly Buckles. She'll drive and stop on the left block kick and will run back out and give it to Annie Humphrey. Cross-court pass to Martin. Canick with the screen. Martin stops back over to Canick. She'll pump fake a three and then drive into the lane on the right hand, and the layup is good. Lindsay Canick able to blow by her defender as she pump faked the three, and Hayes High back up to a 7-point lead. Chernick with it, thought about driving in and thought about trying a three as well, and will pass it. Rocca with it, driving to the basket, and the layup's no good. And Annie Humphrey will be the one that comes out with the loose ball. Canick will take it, passes it over to Martin. As she'll go back to Riley Dreher. She'll take one dribble and go over to Humphrey. Approaching the final minute of this first quarter, they'll go inside of the pass to Canick. She'll give it over to Buckles, and the layup was no good. And Moore comes out with her third rebound of the game. We'll get a drive from Cherenek. She'll kick it out. Three-pointer on the way from Milovic, and it rattles out, no good. And getting the loose ball once again, Annie Humphrey for her second rebound of the night. First attempted three in the game for Sunrise, and we're going to get a steal from Moore as Molly Buckles couldn't quite collect the ball, but at the other end, Molly Martin able to poke the ball free, and we're going to see a large substitution here for Hayes High. We'll give you an update of who's on the floor. It's Riley Dreher, Jenna Schmeidler, Annie Humphrey, Katie Lindenberger, and Zoe Winter. So it'll be the Buffaloes inbounding. They'll stack on the right side of the lane, and Len Melvin steps in as there was some confusion for Hayes High. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, and we'll step away as Hayes High talks it over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Following the Hayes High timeout, it'll be Sunrise ball with 41 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Before that timeout, they were stacked on the right side of the lane, but now they've kind of spaced out a little bit as they'll inbound it into Sekic. Being guarded by Schmeidler, she'll spin around, drive to the basket, get double teamed, and they're going to say Katie Lindenberger got a hand in there and will be called for the foul. That'll be Lindenberger's first foul of the game, and Sekic had to pull up for the shot, but got hit on the arm is what they're going to say. And now Sekic's first free throw is up, and it's nothing but net. Seven points in the game for the junior. She makes the first free throw for the Buffaloes. And she'll try the second one. It takes a bounce off the front of the rim and then the backboard, and it's no good. And it got batted out of bounds last touch by Sunrise. 35 seconds on the clock, and something we've noticed here so far is that the shot clock is not running. Jenna Schmeidler will take it, kick it over to Riley Dreher in the right wing. She'll pick up her dribble, go over to Zoe Winter in the paint. She'll fade from the basket. Katie Lindenberger with the rebound and the putback. Katie Lindenberger gets her third rebound off the missed basket and her 6th point of the game as well. It'll be Sekic with it, being guarded by Zoe Winter into the paint. Layup was no good, but they get the rebound from Cherenek. They'll drive into the paint, and the layup is good. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter with Hayes High in front, 19-13 over Sunrise Christian, with both teams looking to extend their winning streak. We'll be back in a moment. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the second quarter of tonight's game. It's been very competitive so far as the Lady Indians lead 19-13. It was a first quarter where when you thought one team was going to start pulling away, the other was going to come storming back. Hayes High led as much as 7 for that at the start of the game with an 11-4 lead, but the Buffaloes came storming back. But now Hayes High will get the ball and almost had it stolen. It was Jenna Schmeidler with it. Hayes High again going from right to left as she'll drive, kick it out in the corner to Molly Martin. Thought about a three, instead will drive. We'll go to the opposite end of the floor, looking for someone to pass it to. Gives it to Zoe Winter. She'll stop, kick it out. Kenley Winter thought about the three. Will stop and go into Katie Limburger. Kicks it out to Jenna Schmeidler off the tip pass. She'll take one dribble, drive, and we'll try the jump shot, which is no good. Katie Limburger again with the rebound, and the shot was blocked by Cherenek. And they're going to say it was a jump ball. So it will be Sunrise Christian ball with the possession arrow facing in their direction. With it now is Milovic. She'll kick it over to the left wing for Raka. Sekic over to Moore. Looking for someone to pass it to. Katie Limburger spacing out a little bit. She was at the top of the arc, and Limburger was back at the free throw line. We'll get a drive here from Raka, and it got stolen by Molly Martin, her first of the night. She'll go to the other end, pass it over to Kenley Winter underneath the basket. The layup no good. And it looks like we're going to get another jump ball. There was a Sunrise player there first, and this time the possession arrow is facing Hayes High. It'll be Jenna Schmeidler inbounding it on the right side of the basket. Hayes High will go with that box formation and kick it out to Molly Martin on the right wing. She'll drive all the way to the basket off the baseline and will get hit on the way up as she tried a reverse layup. We'll get it on the junior Mariah Sekic. Has been their leading scorer so far and gets her first foul of the game. So with the 6-point lead, Hayes High will send Molly Martin to the free throw line. 65.8% at the line this season, and she gets the first one to go. Either team will make a substitution. Again, Hayes High has their starters on the floor of Schmeidler, Kenley, and Zoe Winter, and then Lindenberger and Martin is the one shooting free throws. The second one is up, and it's nothing but net. First points of the game for Martin. Now Sunrise Christian going back to work on offense. They'll drive into the lane. Katie Limburger poked it free, and she'll get credited with the steal for her second of the night. Kenley Winter with it. She'll drive to the basket. Layup off the backboard, no good, but she's able to get the rebound. Try going up the pass inside to Lindenberger. It's on the ground. And it'll be a jump ball with the possession arrow facing Sunrise. And we'll see a substitution now as the Buffaloes will bring the junior number 15, Nikolina Trakovic. Buffalo's 6 for 10 from the field so far in this game. All those coming in the first quarter as they have yet to attempt a shot here, and that's because Hayes High has been tough on defense, and they get another steal right there as Molly Martin put her hand in the way. But then right as they go back to work on offense, a little bit of an overthrown pass intended for Kenley Winter, and the Buffaloes will get it right back. Milovic will be the one running it up the floor, kicks it over to Sekic, goes cross court to Cherenek. And it'll be Moore with it, being guarded by Lindenberger. Does some moves, goes into the paint. Martin comes out with the steal, able to snatch it and get her third steal of the game. Schmeidler at the other end has the shot blocked, no good. And Lindenberger's got another rebound. And now a three-pointer on the way. Molly Martin able to get it to go. First three-pointer of the game for the Lady Indians. And we're going to get a timeout called by Sunrise Christian as Hayes High extends their lead to 24-13. And we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School after the Sunrise Christian timeout, trying to recollect themselves as Hayes High scored the first 5 points of the second quarter. Milovic will take the ball and pass it over to Rocca. And the pass got deflected again, and it was last touched by the Buffaloes. Sekic got a hand on it as it was going out of bounds, trying to catch it, and it will go back to the Lady Indians. 5:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Schmeidler will work it past half court. And will walk towards the right wing, does some moves. And we'll go towards the corner where she'll hand it off to Molly Martin. Into the paint for Lindenberger. Takes one dribble, spins, and loses it. And the Buffaloes able to save it. It was Chernick able to come out with her first steal of the night. And another pass goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by Hayes High and will stay with Sunrise. Sekic will inbound it and pass it in, being guarded by Winter. Milovic kicks it over, and the shot will fall. It was Sekic now up to 9 points as Milovic will get the assist. Schmeidler will kick it over to Dreher. The pass gets deflected out of bounds. Milovic stepped in front of it. Kinley Winter getting set to inbound. Hayes High stacking on, near the right wing. Jenna Schmeidler will go out and get the pass. Waiting for the screen. It doesn't get it. Instead will drive, spin, and kick it over to Lindenberger. Back out to Winter. Thought about trying a right wing three. Stops at the free throw line after driving. Back out to Schmeidler. She'll work in place for a little bit and kick it over to Riley Dreher. Pump fakes, tries a baseline drive, kicks it out to Schmeidler. She'll just take some steps back and wait for the offense to readjust itself. Again, the shot clock is not on tonight, as Sunrise is not a Keisha-sanctioned team is why it's not on tonight. And Katie Lindenberger gets the pass from Molly Martin. And Lindenberger now up to 8 points in the game. With it now is Milovic. She'll go inside on the pass to Trajkovic. And then they'll get it right back, and Milovic gets the shot to fall. First three-pointer of the game to fall for the Buffaloes, and now Hayes High missed the shot, and Trajkovic will come out with the rebound. And we get another pass going out of bounds. Hayes High doing a great job just playing a fast-paced game, able to cut off the fast break from Sunrise, and now we're going to get a substitution and see Katie Lindenberger check out of the game. Chernick will inbound it and will kick it in. Milovic with it, goes inside into the paint. A three-pointer on the way from Rocca, no good, off the back iron. And Jenna Schmeidler's got the rebound. And we're going to get a whistle and a jump ball. Jenna Schmeidler had the rebound off the missed three, and there were some Sunrise defenders there to try to go for the steal, but the jump ball arrow is facing Hayes High. Schmeidler with it will give it over to Molly Martin. She'll drive, kick it out, and the pass got tipped. Winter with it gives it over to Dreher. 3:15 remaining here in the second quarter, and it's deflected out of bounds by Nikolina Trajkovic. Hayes High keeping the box formation in the lane, and Riley Dreher will go out to the right corner to receive the pass, and she'll drive off the baseline on a double team, and she gets the layup to go. Great play there by Riley, able to just drive past the defense on the baseline and then get the Hayes High lead back to double digits. Pass will go into the paint here for Sunrise. Takes one dribble and goes back out to Sekic. So far, she's their leading scorer with 9 points. Rocca with it, gives it back over to Milovic. She'll get a screen and will go into the paint. Hayes High there with a double team, but the shot will fall. Nikolina Trajkovic with the layup to cut the Hayes High lead down to 8. Now Hayes High at the other end. Jenna Schmeidler with it gets fouled. We'll see who they call us against. There was a double team as she was standing on the right wing. Look at this on number 13, Neela Chernick. And Hayes High will make a substitution, and we'll give you an update of who's on the floor. It's Morgan Armbruster, Jenna Schmeidler, Annie Humphrey, Katie Lindenberger, and Zoe Winter. Hayes High will go from the right baseline. Jenna Schmeidler will inbound it. This time Hayes will go back to the stack. They're on the right side of the lane as it'll go out to Morgan Armbruster. She'll try a three right away off the back iron. It's no good. And the rebound is loose, and it will be obtained by the Buffaloes. At the other end, in the left corner, we'll get a drive from Sekic. She'll kick it out to Milovic, being guarded by Humphrey into the paint. And then Humphrey able to come out with her first steal of the night. And then a pass up ahead. Schmeidler at the other end, and the layup is good. 7 points for the freshman, and Hayes High extends their lead again. Rocca with it will drive into the paint. We'll kick it out into the left corner. Three-pointer on the way from Milovic is no good. And Lindenberger went up for the rebound, but we're going to get an over-the-back call against Sandra Rocca. Minute 43 remaining here in the second quarter. Hayes High up 30-20. We'll remind you to stick around for the halftime show coming up in just a little bit. We'll take a look back at the recap of that first half and also take a look at our stats and games going on around the state tonight. A lot of notable games going on as Katie Lindenberger gets the pass into the paint, misses the layup, and the rebound goes out to Rocca. And right away, Hayes High able to get their defense back once again, and they force another turnover as the pass goes out of bounds into the section where all the parents are sitting. Martin with it will look towards the bench, seeing what Hayes High can do as we approach this final minute of the first half. Lindenberger with it goes inside. Molly Martin underneath the basket. Layup is good. Katie Lindenberger will get her first assist of the game, and Hayes High up to a 32-20 lead. Sekic with it, backing down Armbruster. Will pass inside into a double team, and Molly Martin deflects it out of bounds. Something we're noticing, both teams do have a lot of size, and they're doing really well at scoring underneath tonight. Hayes High has only attempted 5 free throws, and the Buffaloes have only attempted 4, and Hayes High coming out with another steal. It's Molly Martin with her 4th of the night. She'll go to the other end, a pull up into the paint, no good. And Morgan Armbruster comes out with the rebound. Hayes High will just work it around. Zoe Winter, three-pointer on the way, is off the back iron and rebounded by the Buffaloes. And now we're going to get another steal. Molly Martin, her 5th of this first half, and we're going to get a foul called on the Buffaloes as Martin fell to the floor. Trakovich was the one that got in there to poke it free. That'll be her first foul and the 4th team foul for Sunrise. 4-0 foul difference here in this second quarter. And Annie Humphrey will go out of the game, and Jenna Schmeidler will return. Armbruster getting ready to inbound. It looks, and we'll find Jenna Schmeidler. 22 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Hayes High up by 12. They should just hold for the final shot. Martin will drive, go inside to Katie Lindenberger. She can't get the shot to fall, and we're going to get a jump ball. It'll be Sunrise ball with exactly 10 seconds to go. See if they can do something with it, try to get some momentum going into halftime. They've struggled to put up points here in the second quarter as they'll go to Sekic, being guarded tightly by Armbruster. She'll hand it off with 2 seconds. Long three on the way from Rocca is off the back iron and no good. And that will take us to halftime. A strong showing by the Hayes High offense and defense in that first half, and they lead 32-20 as we go to the break. And we'll have our halftime show coverage when we come back. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime shows, the Lady Indians leading at the break 32-20 after a strong showing in that second quarter. And we'll now take a look back at our recap of that first half. And it started off with both teams just alternating the first baskets of the game at 4-4. But then Hayes High would go on a 7-0 run that started with a layup from Katie Lindenberger and would follow with two more coming from Kenley Winter and Jenna Schmeidler, which also included an and one off of a steal. But Sunrise didn't go away that easily. They would get baskets from Maria Sikic and Sandra Rocca to make the score 11-8. But Hayes High would just continue to maintain their lead for the remainder of that first quarter to go up 15-8, and eventually take a 19-13 lead at the end of the first quarter. And then Hayes High scored the first 5 points of the second quarter, but all of which came from Molly Martin to go up 24-13. And then a basket from Maria Sikic, who was the leading scorer for the Buffaloes at the break, followed after that. And Katie Lindbergh was able to get the Hayes High lead back up to double digits at 26-15. And the Buffaloes would respond by hitting their only made three-pointer of the first half, coming from Elena Milovic. And then Hayes High would score 6 of the final 8 points of the first half to go up 32-20 here at halftime. And we'll take a look at our team numbers when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show with the Lady Indians leading at the break 32-20. We'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers from that first half. Starting off with Hayes High, the leading scorer at the break right now is Katie Lindenberger with 8, and following right behind her, both Jenna Schmeidler and Molly Martin finished with 7. And then Kinley Winter had 4 points, and then Riley Dreher, Lindsay Kandick, and Molly Buckles each had 2. Now looking at Sunrise, their leading scorer is number 2, Maria Sikic, finishing with 9 points. And then Neela Cherenek had 4 points, and then following is Elena Milovic with 3, and rounding it out is Nikolina Trakovic and Sandra Rocca each with 2. And looking at Hayes High's other individual numbers, Jenna Schmeidler had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in the first half. Annie Humphrey had 2 rebounds and a steal. Katie Lindenberger is Hayes High's leader in rebounds at the break with 5, and she also has an assist and 2 steals. Molly Martin had two assists and leads the team in the steals category, not just in the season, but in tonight's game with 5. Kenley Winter had a rebound and a steal. Morgan Armbruster finished with a rebound, and that rounds out Hayes High's individual numbers. And now looking over at Sunrise Christian, Maria Sikic has 2 rebounds. Elena Milovic finished with a rebound and 2 assists. Anika Moore had 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Neela Cherenek had 3 rebounds, a block, and an assist and a steal as well. Nikolina Trakovic had a rebound and an assist, and then rounding it out, Sandra Rocca had a rebound. Now looking at our team numbers, starting with Hayes High, they were 14 for 33 from the field, and they went 1 for 6 from three-point range and 3 for 3 at the line. They had 12 first-half rebounds, 5 assists, and in the first half they had 12 steals. And now looking at Sunrise Christian, they had they made 9 of their 15 shots, going 1 for 4 from three-point range and 1 for 2 at the free throw line. They also had 11 rebounds to go with 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. And we'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at our scores from around the state, and we'll have the second half when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High Schools, we are about set for the second half action, but before we do that, we'll take a look at some of the scores from around the state. Starting off with Liberal, they are on the road tonight taking on Hooker, Oklahoma. In the girls' game, it is tied at halftime at 22 apiece. TMP is at home tonight taking on the Trigo Golden Eagles, and at halftime, their girls lead by a score of 25-10. And we'll take a look at some of the other games going on around the state. Heston and Halstead. This was a key game to watch for in Class 3A, but right now at halftime, Heston is running away with it at home, leading 27-9 over the Dragons. And some other scores as well. Sublette leads Kinsley 17-16 at halftime. Close, low-scoring game there. And also, Nemaha Central leads Hiawatha 23-16 in the second quarter. Gossel leads Center 27-7 in the third quarter. And that'll do it for our scores from around the state. We'll take another short break and have the start of the second half when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. We are ready to start the third quarter. Hayes High will have the ball going from left to right as Molly Martin will inbound it to Jenna Schmeidler. Hayes High goes with their starters on the floor with Zoe and Kinley Winter and Katie Lindberger on the floor to go with Jenna Schmeidler and Molly Martin. And right away, steal for the Buffaloes. Chernick comes out with her second of the night. As we'll get a pass out over to Milovic. She drove in and then comes back out. Running around back to the top of the arc, kicks it over to Sekic. They'll get a drive in, and the pass was deflected. It goes on the ground, and they're able to save it over to Haraka. She'll try a three-pointer from the left wing and gets it to fall. Hayes High going to work at the other end. Zoe Winter kicks it over to Martin. She'll look and just throw it back over to Kenley Winter. Schmeidler pump fakes once. She's standing on the left wing. Fakes one way, goes and will dribble on the left side. Kicks it out to Zoe Winter. And now she will drive into the paint and try passing it in. But she's able to save it from being a steal, but it will be a jump ball with a possession arrow facing Sunrise. So Chernick will inbound it. And Milovic will be the one bringing it up the floor for Sunrise. Being guarded by Kenley Winter, she'll get a screen. And we'll stop on the right wing. Winter playing tight defense, but it gets kicked out to Sekic. Milovic with it as they just walk back and forth on the right half from beyond the arc. And they'll get another pass. Jenna Schmeidler able to get her hand in and almost got the steal, but it rolls out of bounds in front of Sunrise's bench. Chernick will get the pass into Milovic. And we'll get the pass will go into the paint, and it's deflected by Katie Lindenberger for her third steal of the game and her 9th of the season. And Molly Martin at the other end, blowing past the defense. She's up to 9 points with that layup. So Hayes High able to put their lead back up to double digits as we're going to get a drive into the paint from Chernick. Goes into a double team and a three-pointer on the way from Raka. No good, but she's able to grab her own miss and get the putback. So Jenna Schmeidler with it, gets double teamed as she picked up her dribble, and we're going to get a foul call against Sunrise. Foul will go against number 13, Nayla Chernick. And Hayes High will make a substitution and check Zoe Winter out of the game and send Lindsay Canigan in her place. Martin will bounce pass it into Schmeidler. 5:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Hayes High 34, Sunrise 25. Schmeidler work towards the right. Now we'll go back and throw it over to Martin. She'll drive into the paint with a clear path against the entire defense. It's no good, and the rebound is obtained by Milovic. Now at the other end, the pass inside. Raka couldn't get the layup to go, but Hayes High is going to be called for the foul, and the Buffaloes will get their third and fourth free throw of the game. We'll get the foul on Kenley Winter for her second of the game and the first foul of this third quarter of the second half for Hayes High. And the first free throw will fall for Raka. She scored all 6 of the points right out of halftime for the Buffaloes and misses the free throw. But it's rebounded by Sekic, and now she'll try a three, and it goes. Schmeidler with it, gets a screen from Canick. She'll go in and stop at the free throw line, back out to Kenley Winter. Then she drives in, and it goes back out to Martin. Hayes High just driving, and we'll bring it back out once again. Schmeidler with it, 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. She'll get a screen, and we'll try a pull-up three from way downtown. It goes! Jenna Schmeidler able to hit a big three to get Hayes High's lead back up to 8. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout called by the Indians, and we'll step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, Come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Following the timeout, it'll be Sunrise ball as Milovic will bring it up the floor. 4:50 remaining in the third quarter after that last three-pointer from Jenna Schmeidler, making her the first player for Hayes High to enter double figures in tonight's game. Sekic with it will stop, go inside, and with Riley Dreher on the defense, it'll be a pass to Rocca, which will be a foul. That'll be Riley Dreher's first foul of the game and the second team foul of this third quarter for Hayes High, as the Buffaloes looking for someone to throw it in as they stack on the left side of the paint. And a fadeaway three from Rocca is on the way and no good. And this one will just roll out of bounds in the left corner, and it'll be Hayes High ball. Riley Dreher inbounded it. Now Schmeidler walking up the floor, going towards the left wing. Stops, looking for someone to pass it to. Gives it over to Riley Dreher. She'll pull up inside in the paint, and the shot was no good. The rebound being fought for, and it will stay with Hayes High. Lindenberger was underneath the basket, and so was Nayla Cherenik, but it was last touched by the Buffaloes. Martin gets the inbound on the right wing. Schmeidler with it, gets a screen, and she'll pull up from three once again, and it's no good. And Hayes High getting the rebound. It's Kinley Winter for her second, as the Indians will just go back out. And we're going to get a double dribble called against Hayes High. Martin was able to recollect the ball, but they're going to say that she held on to it for a little too long. And with 4:06 remaining in the third quarter, the Buffaloes will get it back. Milovic with it, being guarded by Winter. She'll pass it over to Sekic and then back over to Moore. Thought about driving it against Lindenberger, instead goes back out. Rocca with it, finds Milovic and a pass inside. And Rocca gets into a double team, and the shot is blocked by Lindenberger, and she also gets the rebound. And a three-pointer now for Hayes High, no good. And the rebound is recovered by Sekic. And then Hayes High right away coming out with another steal. Kinley Winter with it on the left wing. Martin will drive all the way to the basket, past three defenders. She gets another layup to go. And now with it is Milovic. She spun around and will be called for a travel. She was at the top of the arc. And Hayes High will make a substitution, putting Zoe Winter back into the game in place of Kinley Winter. Again, for Hayes High on the floor right now, it's Riley Dreher, Jenna Schmeidler, Zoe Winter, Katie Lindenberger, and Molly Martin. 10-point Hayes High lead, 39-29, as Schmeidler will walk it past midcourt. We'll do some moves, looking for someone to pass it to. Riley Dreher will move out, and then Schmeidler will just drive into the paint, and it's rebounded by Katie Lindenberger off the block shot from Cherenek, and Lindenberger gets the putback. 10 points for the senior, and Hayes High makes their lead 41-29, as the three-pointer for the Buffaloes is no good. They get the rebound, and it's a foul against Hayes High. They'll get that last foul against Zoe Winter, her first of the game, and we'll get a free throw attempt from Anika Moore, the 5'10 senior, gets the first one to fall for her first points of the game. She'll get ready to attempt the second one. It's up, and it takes a couple bounces. It's no good, but it's rebounded right by Rocca, and the Buffaloes will go back to work. A three-point shot on the way is no good, and Molly Buckles comes out with the rebound. Jenna Schmeidler will take it, give it over to Molly Buckles, and they'll throw it into the left corner for Kinley Winter. And we'll go the pass inside. Molly Buckles can't get the layup to fall. And it's still loose, and we'll go to Milovic. And we're going to get a foul call against Hayes High. Foul going against Molly Martin for her first. Getting ready to inbound it is Cherenik. We'll keep 2 players in the backcourt for Sunrise. Molly Martin on the defense. Will give it over to Milovic, who's guarded by Winter. Now the Buffaloes just working it around the arc, looking for someone to pass to. Sekic with it, being guarded tightly by Martin. She lost the ball. Martin dives on it and comes out with another steal. But we're going to get a jump ball with the arrow facing Hayes High. And what a night on the defensive side from Molly Martin. Team leader in steals, averaging just a little over three per game. Has 6 so far tonight. Jenna Schmeiler will bring it up the floor. Kick it over to Kenley Winter. She thought about trying the 3 from the right wing, gives it back over to Molly Buckles. And the pass gets deflected. Mariah Sekic stepped in front of it again. But it goes out of bounds, and Hayes High will throw it in for Molly Martin. Schmeiler will go into the backcourt to take the pass. As Martin will get it back on the left wing. She doesn't use the screen, instead drives all the way from a clear path and has another layup, and she's now up to 13 points in the game. Moore with it off the pass for the Buffaloes. They'll go out to Cherenik. They'll throw it cross court to Milovic, and she'll drive on a double team, kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way from Sekic, and it bounces off the back iron. It's no good. And Molly Buckles had the rebound for a moment, but instead the rebound will go to Cherenik on the offensive side. And she will, or actually she passed it over for her second assist to Anika Moore. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul called against Sunrise. The foul will be called against Sandra Haraka, and she'll check out of the game with that being her second. Nikolina Trakovic will check back into the game. 2 points, a rebound, and an assist so far for her in this game. As Schmeidler will look and throw it into Buckles. She'll kick it out to Winter. Thought about trying a 3. Goes over to Schmeidler on the right wing. She doesn't use the screen, drives into the paint, and the layup's no good and rebounded by Trakovic. 35 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Hayes High up by 13. Pass goes over to Moore and back over to Cherenik. This is where the Buffaloes just working around the arc, and now a pull-up 3 for Milovic is no good. Zoe Winters got her first rebound of the game. 14 seconds remaining. Martin just standing there with the ball, waiting for an opening to potentially take the last shot. Instead, she'll drive all the way. Got hit in the face on the way up, and they'll say it's going to be 2 shots for the senior. Second personal foul for Mariah Sekic, and that'll send Molly Martin to the line, leading scorer in tonight's game with 13 points. Shoots just a little under 66% at the line this season, and gets the first free throw to go. Hayes High a perfect 4 for 4 at the line tonight with 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They'll make some substitutions. As Morgan Armbruster heads to the scores table, she'll check in for Molly Martin after this free throw as she gets another one to fall. Seven seconds remaining. Milovic with it will bring it up the floor. Hayes High gets their defense situated out. Cherenik with it being guarded by Dreher. She'll drive into the paint and can't get the shot to fall, but they're going to get a foul call against, I believe they're going to get it against Annie Humphrey. So it'll just be 2 free throws for the Buffaloes to conclude this third quarter. Cherenik has 4 points so far in this game. If she's at the line, she gets the first free throw to fall. And the second free throw, that one falls as well. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Hayes High in front 45-34, and we'll see how the final 8 minutes play out when we come back. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the fourth quarter with Hayes High leading 45-34. As they use that big second quarter, they were just able to control the game in the third quarter and will look to secure their 14th straight win in these final 8 minutes. Milovic will take the ball and pass it over to Sikic as Sunrise again just working it around, waiting for an opening in the paint or from three-point range, and they almost got the ball stolen there as Moore will take it and miss it off the front of the rim, and Katie Lindberger has another rebound. 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Jenna Schmeidler with it, doing some work from behind the line, and gives it over to Kinley Winter. She'll drive, stop. Zoe Winter, three-pointer on the way. Splash! First assist of the game for Kinley Winter, and Zoe Winter gets her first basket of the game from the left wing from three-point range. Trakovich with the ball, gives it over to Moore. And Buffalo's almost lost it. Sikic took the pass and will try a college range three from a pull-up college range three, which is no good. And Jenna Schmeiler has rebound number 4. 3 straight misses from the field for the Buffaloes, and we're going to get a foul call against the Buffaloes as Jenna Schmeiler, she drove by, got tripped up. And we're going to get a substitution from the Buffaloes. Sandra Haraka will check into the game in place of Anika Moore. Martin will bounce pass it into Schmeidler. 6:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Hayes High 48, Sunrise Christian 34. Over to Winter. She looked around and will start dribbling. Back over to Schmeidler. Now Kenley Winter takes the pass. Hayes High doing what they did against Great Bend, just slowing the game down and just trying to control the remainder of the game and get out with the win. It's Jenna Schmeidler inside on the pass to Katie Lindenberger, and she's got another basket. Pass will go over to Trakovich. Now Rocca with it. Pump fake the pass and will dribble towards the left wing. And now a drive into the paint from Cherenek. She'll fade away from the basket, and it will count. We'll get the foul against number 3, Jenna Schmeidler. And we'll get a free throw here from Cherenek. 7 points now for her in the game. And the free throw for the N1 bounces off the back iron, no good, but Haraka gets her 4th rebound of the game. And now in the paint, and the layup is good for Cherenek. Schmeidler with it, going towards the left wing, will stop and give it over to Zoe Winter. She'll take one dribble and looking for someone to pass it to as the defense picks up. Jenna Schmeidler with it will drive into the left corner. Molly Martin, three-pointer on the way. Rattles out, no good, but Katie Lindbergh out with another rebound. As Kenley Winter will take it, and we're going to get a foul call against the Buffaloes. Milovic reached in as Kenley Winter ran to the left side of the court. And we're also going to get a substitution Moore will go in place of Chernick, and we'll also see Riley Dreher check back into the game as well. She'll go in place of Zoe Winter. And Kenley Winter will throw it into Molly Martin in the left corner, inside in the paint, into a double team on Katie Lindenberger. She'll try the layup, pushing past the defender, and it's good. Strength against strength, and Katie Lindenberger was the one that came out with the victory under the basket to extend the Hayes High lead to 14. Milovic with it gets a screen, and it's going to be a moving screen. Trakovich moved as she was heading towards the basket, and Molly Martin got caught in it, and Hayes High is going to get it back as they still hold that 14-point lead. And we're going to get a whistle and a substitution for Hayes High. Zoe Winter will go back into the game in place of Kenley Winter with 4:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Schmeiler will throw it into Zoe Winter at the free throw line. Bounce pass in. Katie Lindenberger pump fakes a few times and will miss the shot, but she was fouled on the way up. And we're going to get a whistle and a technical foul. This will go against number 4, Elena Milovic. Disagreed with the call and then said something to the official, and as he was walking towards the score table, turned around and gave the technical foul. So Hayes High will send Katie Lindenberger to the line. And we'll see a substitution for the Buffaloes as Chernick goes in place of Anika Moore. And Lindenberger's first free throw is up, and it hits the side of the rim, no good. First missed free throw of the game for Hayes High as they're 5 for 6 at the line tonight. Lindenberger will take 2 dribbles and will attempt the free throw, and it's good. So now Jenna Schmeiler will be the one that goes to the line to attempt go to the line to attempt the technical free throws. This one bounced off the front of the rim and goes in. And the second free throw is up, and that one's good as well. .446 remaining here in the game. Hayes High now has their biggest lead of the game by 17. Riley Dreher passes it into Jenna Schmeidler, thrown a little bit behind her. Now the steal from Moore. She goes to the basket. It was no good. And Rocca got the rebound and missed her shot, but able to get her own miss. And the ball was poked free, and it will stay with the Buffaloes. Kenley Winter will go back into the game now as Hayes High makes the substitution. And Zoe Winter coming out of the game. Pass will go into Rocca. She'll give it back out to Milovic. Kenley Winter on the defense now into the paint. We're going to get a foul call against Molly Martin. Sekic got a hold of the pass and then got hit by Martin, and this one will stay on the floor for Hayes High's second team foul of this fourth quarter. Chernick will inbound it and then get the pass back right away as Jenna Schmeiler poked the ball free, but will be called for the reach-in foul. Chernick will throw it into Milovic, and the pass will go over to Sekic. She'll drive into the paint into a double team and will lose her balance and falls to the floor where she is grabbing her right knee. And the coach is quickly out there to take a look at this, and we'll get a timeout on the floor for an injury, and we'll step away as well with 4:13 remaining here in the game. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. So with 4:13 remaining here in the game, they'll go back to action following the injury for the Buffaloes. Number 2, Maria Segic. It was an injury to her right knee as she fell to the floor. As her assistant coach and Hayes High's trainer were quickly out there to take a look at it. As the pass went in, it went out of bounds, but it will stay with Sunrise. Shernick will look to inbound it. We'll go inbound to Rocca. Now she got double teamed as she was about to drive in, and the layup is good. Rocca will get the assist, and Anika Moore was the one that made the basket, as she's now up to 5 points. Schmeidler gives it over to Martin. She'll look and go cross court to Dreher. Again, Hayes High just continuing to do what they do, just play a slow pace and just get out of here with a win, which would make it their 14th of the season and extend their regular season winning streak to 23. Jenna Schmeidler with it. She'll pass it back out, but they're going to say that she traveled with it as she was driving in. So Milovic will be the one walking up the floor. She passes half court. Kinley Winter will be the one guarding her as it's a pass to Rocca in the right wing. She'll go over to Milovic, and then she'll drive and go back out. Good ball movement from Sunrise as Moore will drive in, and the shot blocked by Katie Lindenberger. That's her second of the night. And Hayes High just going to slow the pace down as they wait for the rest of the team to catch up. Kinley Winter passed it over to Molly Martin. 2:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Hayes High 55, Sunrise 40. As Kinley Winter takes it, the pass got deflected, but she's able to get it back. And we're going to get a timeout called by Hayes High. So with 2:44 to go in the game, it's Hayes High 55, Sunrise 40, and we'll see. And we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Following the Hayes High timeout, they will have the ball on their end of the floor with 2:44 remaining in the game, holding a 15-point lead. And the inbound will be from Riley Dreher, and she'll throw it behind half court and give it to Jenna Schmeidler. It'll be a bounce pass over to Martin. She'll look and dribble towards the right into the paint, passes inside to Lindenberger and gets fouled on the way up, and she'll go to the line to attempt 2 more free throws. Katie Lindenberger just continuing to use her height to her advantage in the paint tonight, as she has 15 points in the game, and now she'll go to the line to attempt 2 more free throws. The foul was against Lena Milovic for her 3rd personal foul and the 5th Sunrise foul. And the first free throw for Lindenberger is good. She'll get ready to attempt the second one. She'll take 2 dribbles, get set, and the free throw is up and good. Hayes High 9 for 10 as a team at the line in tonight's game, and right away, Sunrise got a pass into the paint, but the layup was no good, but there was a foul. They'll go against Katie Lindenberger. Moore ran right past her, and Lindenberger made an attempt to block the shot. But now the Buffaloes will go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Moore with 5 points in the game so far. She attempts the first free throw. It's no good. She'll get set for the next one. And it's up, and it's off the front of the rim, and Riley Dreher comes down with the rebound. And I think she actually attempted a shot, but and then it was stolen by Anika Moore is what we'll say. Dreher did miss the shot, but there was a foul. Now Moore will attempt 2 more free throws, and Zoe Winter will go into the game. As Riley Dreher will be the one being subbed out. She'll go to the bench. Everyone and the coaches just laughing. They've got a safe lead, so it didn't really matter that much, but the second free throw will fall for the Buffaloes. Jenna Schmeiler with it as we approach the final 2 minutes of the game. She lost her balance and falls to the floor. And we're going to get a timeout called by Hayes High to avoid the turnover. And it will be a full timeout with 2 minutes remaining, so we'll step away as they talk it over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School following the timeout with 2 minutes to go in the game. Hayes High holding that 16-point lead. And Molly Martin tried going in the pass in to Katie Lindenberger. But it will be a jump ball, and it will stay with Hayes High with the possession arrow on their side. Jenna Schmeiler will inbound it. Hayes High will keep the box formation. In the front court was Martin and Lindenberger, but they'll go into the back court for Zoe Winter. As she'll hand it off to Kinley Winter. She'll give it back over to Martin. And now she'll drive it in on a double team, and she gets another layup to go. Hayes High just continuing to score underneath the basket in tonight's game as it's a pass over to Moore from Milovic. Able to get the finish. It was a good play there, but for the Buffaloes, it's going to be too little, too late. With 1:15 remaining, and now Molly Martin with it off the pass from Schmeidler gets it back to her. As Schmeidler will drive into the paint and will pass it out to Molly Martin. Left corner three is on the way, and it bounces out, no good. And we're going to get a foul, or actually, they're going to say that the rebound stepped out of bounds. Chernak was the one that had the rebound, but now she's on the ground, and I believe she's holding on to her left knee. And we're going to get another injury timeout. So with a minute to go, we'll step away. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. So Nayla Cherenek will head to the bench as we get set to play out this final minute. In her place will be number 3, the 5'6" junior, Corey Gable. A solid performance tonight from Cherenek, finishing with 9 points, as well as 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. And Hayes High missed the shot and gets their own miss. And now a three-pointer from Jenna Schmeidler goes. Now we're going to get, at the other end, we're going to get a steal from Zoe Winter. As Hayes High just has to get it across half court. 30 seconds remaining in the game, but they will try and score again, it looks like, as Jenna Schmeidler gets the pass out. Just 25 seconds to go again. Like we'll say it once again, the shot clock is not on tonight. And we're going to get a foul called against Anika Moore, who will be called for the foul as she took a bow in front of the student section. And I think that, and they did say it was an intentional foul, so as Hayes High has the 19-point lead. Or, correction, no, it's actually a regular foul. Everyone was behind the half-court line, and it was just Jenna Schmeidler at the free throw line, but Hayes High is just playing everybody back on defense as Schmeidler will attempt the first free throw and get it to go. And the second one will fall as well. Hayes High was very successful at the free throw line tonight, going 11 for 12 as a team, and that's one of their notable stats in tonight's game as we get a shot block from Kenley Winter and a rebound from Molly Buckles. And with just 3 seconds to go in the game, we're going to get the ball deflected out of bounds. And with 2 seconds to go, Hayes High will just have to throw it in. And it'll go into Jenna Schmeidler, and as you hear the buzzer, that will do it. Hayes High gets a huge win at home by a final score of 64-43 to secure their 14th win of the season and extend their regular season winning streak to 23. And Sunrise Christian will now fall to 16-2. And we'll take a look at our final team numbers as well as a recap of tonight's game when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Ace High School on the postgame show as the Lady Indians secure the win 64-43 to improve their record of 14-0 in their first game at Hayes High School in the year 2025. And we'll now take a look at a recap of tonight's game. Started off with both teams getting out to a tie at 4-4, but then Hayes High would score the next 7 points of the game, which was actually part of a 9-0 run because Sunrise had a 4-2 lead. But then after that, Sunrise wouldn't go away. They followed with 4 points to cut the Hayes High lead down to 3. And then after that, it just alternated points back and forth with Hayes High's biggest lead being by 8 at 19-11, and Nayla Cherinet getting the final basket of the first quarter for the Buffaloes. And then the second quarter was where Hayes High controlled most of the game, able to score the first 5 points, all of which came from Molly Martin to extend the Hayes High lead to 24-13. And the Buffaloes would respond with a basket from Maria Sikic and then a three-pointer from Elena Milovic. But then Hayes High got their lead back to double digits at 28-18, and then eventually held a 32-20 lead going into halftime. The Buffaloes would respond by scoring 9 of the first 11 points of the third quarter to cut the Hayes High lead down to 34-29. But the Indians responded with the next 7 points coming from Jenna Schmeidler, Molly Martin, and Katie Lindenberger to go back up by 12. And then Hayes High would also get baskets would get another basket from Molly Martin, as well as 2 free throws. And going into the final 8 minutes, Hayes High led by a score of 45-34. And Hayes High started strong in the fourth quarter as well, with a three-pointer out of the gate from Zoe Winter, as well as 2 points from Katie Lindenberger to make the Hayes High lead 50-34. And Hayes High eventually also jumped out to a 55-38 lead, with those next 5 points all coming from either Katie Lindenberger or Jenna Schmeidler. And there were some efforts by Sunrise to try to push back, but they were unable to do so. And Hayes High secured the victory by a final score of 64-43. And we'll take a look at our individual and team numbers when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or tick it.
Back here at Hayes High School on the postgame show as the Lady Indians win 64-43 to get their 14th straight victory. And we'll now take a look at our individual numbers, starting off with Hayes High. Their leading scorers were Jenna Schmeidler and Katie Lindberger, and Molly Martin also finishing with 17. So combined, they combined for 51 of Hayes High's 64 points in tonight's game. And behind them, Kenley Winter finished with 4. And Riley Dreher, Lindsay Canick, and Molly Buckles finished with 2. And Zoe Winter had that one made 3. For Sunrise Christian, their leading scorer tonight was Maria Sekic, finishing with 12. Nika Moore finished with 8. And Neela Cherenek finished with 9. And Sandra Haraka finished with 8. And then rounding it out is Elena Milovic finishing with 3. Oh, and Nikolina Trajkovic finishing with 2. And taking a look at Hayes High's other individual numbers, Jenna Schmeidler finished with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. Katie Lindenberger finished with a total of 9 rebounds in the game, putting her just one short of the double-double. And she did have 2 blocks and assists and 3 steals. Molly Martin had 3 assists and finished with 6 steals, which doubles what she averages this season. Kenley Winter finished with 2 rebounds, a block, an assist, and a steal. Morgan Armbruster had a rebound, and Riley Dreher finished with a rebound as well. And then rounding out is Molly Buckles with 3 rebounds, and Zoe Winter with a rebound and a steal. And looking at Sunrise's individual numbers, there Maria Sekic finished with 4 rebounds, and Elena Milovic finished with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Anika Moore finished with 4 rebounds and 4 steals. Neela Cherenek had 6 rebounds to go with 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Nikolina Trajkovic had 2 rebounds and an assist, and then rounding it out is Sandra Haraka, who had 6 rebounds to go with an assist. And we'll take another break and have our team numbers and also some final scores when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or tick it.
Back here at Hayes High School on the postgame show, and we're now going to take a look at our team numbers, starting off with Hayes High. They finished 24 for 53 from the field, going 4 for 13 from three-point range, and going 11 for 12 at the free throw line. And their other team numbers consist of 23 rebounds, as well as 8 assists, 16 steals, and 3 blocks. And looking at Sunrise Christian, they went 17 for 36 from the field and 3 for 13 from three-point range, while going 6 for 13 at the free throw line. They had 25 rebounds as a team, as well as 7 assists and 6 steals and 1 block. And now we'll take a look at our final scores for girls games around the state, starting off with TMP. They get a big win at home tonight over Trigo by a final score of 55-28. And for Liberal, they defeat Hooker 54 54-47 as they will now face Great Bend on Friday. And we'll see what other games are happening or have concluded from around the state. And we'll start off with Golden Plains getting a close win over Northern Valley tonight by a final score of 30-28. Shawnee Heights defeats Kansas City Turner 64-23. Heston got up big early and then never looked back as they get a big ranked win in the 3A division, defeating Halstead 41-23. Gossel defeats Center 45-12. Kinsley gets a win at home over Sublette 53-30. Cherryville goes on the road and defeats Erie 82-33. And rounding it out, Colby gets a win at home over Norton by a final score of 38-31. And that'll do it for our girls' post-game show. We'll have the pregame show for the boys' game when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School as the boys get set to take on Sunrise Christian, and we'll now take a look at some of the notable boys games going on from around the state in tonight's action. Olathe North, Hayes High's second to most recent opponent, who they faced in the championship game of the Colby Orange and Black tournament. They are on the road taking on Shawnee Mission South. Valley Center is traveling for a big matchup against Derby, and DeSoto will face off against Piper. And we'll now do our team rundown, starting off with Hayes High. They are entering tonight's game looking to bounce back from two straight losses after they fell to Olathe North in the Colby Orange and Black Championship and last Friday against Great Bend, meaning those two games are two of Hayes High's 4 losses that have come against a top 10 team in either Class 5A or Class 6A. But now looking back at Friday night, it was an extremely competitive game that included 4 ties and 8 lead changes, with the majority of each coming in the first half. So to sum it up real quickly, it was a competitive game, and that was exactly what type of game Hayes High played out of the gate, getting a 12-8 lead by the end of the first quarter. But that's when the Panthers would pick things up as they went on a run to lead by 5. But Hayes High's key to take a three-point lead into the half was to make threes, and that's exactly what they did as they led 27-24. But Great Bend went on an 11-0 run to start the second half, and that would keep the lead, and they would keep the lead from that point on, even getting up as much as 16 in the fourth quarter. And Hayes High attempted a comeback, but it wasn't enough as Great Bend prevailed by a final score of 64-52. And even though Hayes High lost, it was clear that they showed improvement in many areas, including three-point shooting, which was highlighted by Cooper Johnson getting 17 of the Indians' 52 points, and also playing with an aggressive style to get the early lead against a tough team. So we'll see if they build on that tonight and get a win in the return to Hayes High School. And now we look at what might be Hayes High's toughest test of the regular season. Sunrise Christian, who's looking for another win as part of their 4-game streak after they lost in the semifinals of the Ralph Miller Classic to the Chinook Blue Comets, which led to them taking third place in that tournament with a win over Field Kinley. But they're coming off a win over St. Mary's Academy by a final score of 62-34 to sweep the Crusaders in the regular season. And as we take a look at this Buffalo team, they have many players that they can rely on in different areas, starting off with their scoring, which is highlighted by junior Cannon McElroy, who is also their leading scorer against St. Mary's with 18 points. And another player that was able to reach double figures against the Crusaders was David Gonza, who also got 12 rebounds to achieve a double-double. And Gonza is a 6'7" senior for the Buffaloes, who is also on the court with 6'9" junior and team leader in rebounds Marco Pavlovic. And the other notable player for the Buffaloes also averages double figures and was a Hayes City Shootout all-tournament selection, senior Tomohito Kabari. So those are the players that Sunrise Christian will use in hopes of getting the win before playing their second game of the season against the Wichita Defenders, who they beat the first time around 72-34 back in late November. And that'll do it for our team rundowns, and we'll have starting lineups and tip-off when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians! Back here at Hayes High Schools, we are about ready to tip things off, but before we get to that, we will now give you our starting lineup. Starting off with Hayes High, they will go with number 2, Johnny Cano, one of Hayes High's players that finished at double figures at Great Bend as he had 10. Trey Oakley will also be getting the start tonight, and Cooper Johnson, who led Hayes High in scoring with 17 points last week, will start as well. Isaac Fox, the orange and black six-man selection, will start, and then rounding it out is Dawson Reuter, who was an orange and black all-tournament team selection, who also had 17 points at Great Bend to go with Cooper Johnson. And looking over at Sunrise Christian, these are the starters they will go with in tonight's game. Starting off with Cannon McElroy, the HCAA All-State and KASC All-State selection, who is their team leader in scoring that had 18 points against St. Mary's. They'll also see their team leader in assists and steals, Israel Graham, wearing number 4. He'll get the start of tonight's game. The Hayes City Shootout All-Tournament team selection for the Buffaloes, Tomohito Kabari, wearing number 11, will start tonight. Their blocks and field goal percentage leader, Judah Cyrus, will start. And then rounding it out is Marko Pavlovic, who the 6'9 junior, who is their team leader in rebounds and is also a member of the Montenegro U18 national team, which is the country he is from. So we'll take another break and have tip-off when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School, as we are about ready to tip off in the second game of tonight's action, as Hayes High looks to rebound after two straight losses and look for a tough win against Sunrise Christian. Hayes High, as we go to our uniform description, Hayes High is wearing white jerseys with Hayes across the front in white with a maroon outline, and the numbers are maroon with gold outlines. For Sunrise, they are going all black with Sunrise across the front with the numbers being white with a silver outline. It's Isaac Fox tipping against Judah Cyrus, and this tip will go to the Buffaloes. They'll work from left to right, Hayes High from right to left. Walking up the floor is Graham being guarded by Kano, and now pass over to McElroy. Being guarded by Tiger Johnson. The pass goes over to Pavlovic. And now this one over to McElroy in the right corner. He'll stop on the right wing and give it back over to Pavlovic, and he'll try a pull-up three, and it's good. Pavlovic gets the first points of the game for the Buffaloes. And they jump out to an early 3-0 lead. Trey Oakley with it, gives it over to Isaac Fox. He'll pump fake once and give it over to Dawson Reuter. Reuter will do a few pump fakes, and we're going to get a foul call against Trey Oakley. As he was about to get the pass, they're going to say that he pushed off against Israel Graham. And Hayes High will turn it over on their first offensive possession. Kabari will inbound it to Graham. As he crosses the 10-second line, passes it over to Pavlovic. Being guarded by Reuter, and the pass goes to Kabari. He'll drive into a double team, and it's going to be a foul call against Hayes High. It was Isaac Fox and Trey Oakley there on the defense as they put their hands up. But McElroy, as he got the pass, fell to the ground, and this foul will go against Trey Oakley. So right away, he's got two fouls in just 50 seconds, and because of that, he will check out of the game, and Cooper Lindenmeyer will check into the game. Judah Cyrus gets the inbound, and we'll pass it over to Pavlovic. Being guarded by Reuter, the pass goes up into the air, and Kabari comes down with it. Pavlovic will stop and kick it back to Kabari. He'll drive into the paint, kicks it back out, and this one will go into the backcourt as Hayes High almost able to track it down. Israel Graham for the Buffaloes got there first, but it is a backcourt violation. So Cooper Lindenmeyer will get set to inbound it. And Johnny Kano will take it as he goes past midcourt. Actually caught the pass at midcourt, but still was able to go back as Dawson Reuter gets a pass from Cooper Lindenmeyer. Back over to Kano. Now Lindenmeyer with it inside to Johnson, who gives it to Dawson Reuter. He'll pump fake back down his man. Stopping the paint on a double team. Has a shot blocked by Pavlovic. And the rebound goes out to the Buffaloes. Israel Graham came down with it. And we're going to get a steal from Cooper Lindenmeyer. And at the other end, it's going to be a goaltending call against Hayes High. Or it's going to be, no, it will be goaltending, but the shot will count for Hayes High as Cooper Lindenmeyer gets the first points of the game. Graham with it being guarded by Kano, kicks it over to McElroy. Then he'll throw it inside. Isaac Fox almost got the steal, but Cyrus will fade away. He'll take 2 bounces off the back rim, and it's no good, and Kano comes down with his first rebound of the night. Isaac Fox will drive into the paint onto the double team, has the shot blocked by number 20, Judah Cyrus, and the rebound is out to Pavlovic. And the pass goes out of bounds, and it will stay with the Buffaloes. Graham will inbound it. They'll wind the 4 players up across the baseline. And the pass goes into Marko Pavlovic, member of the Montenegro's U18 national team. And the pass goes out. McElroy will try a 3. It's no good. And Isaac Fox comes down with the rebound. And Johnny Kano was walking up the floor, and Israel Graham came out of nowhere to go for the steal, but it goes out of bounds. Johnson will get a bounce pass into Kano. Tight defense from the Buffaloes to start this game as Isaac Fox will take the pass on the right wing, throw it across court. Cooper Johnson, 3-pointer on the way, rattles out, no good. And the rebound still being fought for as it bounces into the student section. It will stay with Hayes High. Dawson Reuter was there at first, but then Pavlovic, using his 6'9" stature, able to bat it out of the way as it went into the student section, but it stays with Hayes High. Reuter with it now, fake the handoff, and will back down his man into the paint. Will try the layup. It's no good. Isaac Fox with the rebound and the putback. That one doesn't go, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be Sunrise ball. .509 remaining here in the first quarter. Sunrise 3, Hayes High 2. Graham walking up the floor off the inbound from Tomohito Kabari. Kano guarding Graham tightly. It will be a pass over to McElroy in the right corner. Will lob the pass in, and it was intended for Judah Cyrus. He lost it out of bounds, and it was not touched by Hayes High, so the Indians will get the ball back. So it's not only tight defense from both teams to start this game. There are some offensive struggles to start. Johnny Kano with it. We'll get a screen from Dawson Reuter, and we'll try driving in, being guarded by Pavlovic. He'll try the layup. It's no good. Dawson Reuter right there for the putback. And Hayes High takes their first lead of the game as Dawson Reuter gets his first rebound of the game and the putback. Graham with it. Hands it off to Kabari, and then he'll give it over to McElroy. So they're just working back and forth from behind the arc. It's a pass out to Pavlovic. He'll try a three-pointer, and this one bounces off the back iron, but the rebound goes to Judah Cyrus. Now Pavlovic with it, being guarded by Reuter on the left block. He can't get the shot to fall, and Dawson Reuter comes down with his second rebound of the game. Kano gives it to Reuter. He'll go inside, being guarded by 2 defenders all the way to the basket, and it was good, but they're going to say that he traveled with it on the way up. He started from the free throw line, took some dribbles, but they're going to say he took that third step right as he got to the basket and attempted the layup. Kano guarding Graham. Gives it over to Kabari, and he'll try a pull-up shot from the baseline and gets it to go. Kano looking for someone to pass it to as he just walks it up. It's a bounce pass inside of Dawson Reuter to Cooper Johnson. He'll try the layup, and it bounces off the front of the rim, the back of the rim, and goes in. Dawson Reuter will get the assist, and Cooper Johnson has his first points of the game. Hayes High at the other end. off of a steal from Cooper Johnson. And now Dawson Reuter, three-pointer on the way. It bounced off the front of the rim and goes in. 9-5, Hayes High lead with 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter off the Dawson Reuter three-pointer. Now with it is Kabari. He'll drive in and can't hit the shot. And the rebound is obtained by Isaac Fox. Dawson Reuter gets the pass back, and it goes back over to Cooper Johnson. He'll drive into the paint, into double team. Isaac Fox can't quite get control of the ball, and Pavlovic has his first steal of the game. Israel Graham pass over to Kabari. And the pass goes back over to McElroy. He wasn't quite ready for it, but able to get it. And he'll drive in against Johnson. It's a bounce pass back out to Kabari. Now a drive in from Pavlovic, being guarded by Dawson Reuter. He spins around him and can't get the shot to fall, but it's rebounded by Cooper Lindenmeyer. Lindenmeyer runs towards the left wing and will hand it over to Isaac Fox, and he gets double teamed. And they're going to say a reach-in foul by Israel Graham, who was behind Fox, and then reached in to try to get the steal and was instead called for the foul. And we're going to get our first substitution of the game. Dawson Reuter checks out, and Trace Jacobs will come into the game. And for the Buffaloes, David Gonza will come in for Marco Pavlovic. It's a national player in for a national player, as David Gonza is in as he in 2023 he played for the U16 national team for his home country, Rwanda. Had a double-double in their last game against St. Mary's, and now with it is Johnny Kano. He'll try a pull-up shot, can't get it to go, and the rebound goes to Judah Cyrus. Both teams struggling to get the basket early on. Now a drive from Israel Graham, and his layup's good. Minute 23 remaining here in the first quarter. Hayes High 9, Sunrise 7. Kano gives it over to Trace Jacobs. Now Lindenmeyer with it. Pump fakes the pass a couple times and now gives it into Isaac Fox. Pump fakes one way and then spins back to give it to Johnny Kano. Kano gets a screen from Fox. He drives all the way into the paint off the double team. The layup's no good, but it is a foul, and he'll get 2 shots to go along with it. So Isaac Fox going to the free throw line to attempt free throws for Hayes High. And the first one will rattle out, no good. And we're going to get a substitution as Marco Pavlovic will check back into the game for the Buffaloes, and Haferny Diaz will go in for the first time as well. It's going to be a size advantage here for Sunrise Christian when they go back on the offensive side of the ball, as Isaac Fox makes his second free throw. 55 seconds remaining. As with it now is Kabari. He gives it over to Pavlovic. And the pass over to Gonza. He'll try a 3, and he gets it to fall. With it now, Cooper Lindenmeyer over to Isaac Fox, back over to Kano. Spins over to Johnson. He'll try a 3-pointer from the right wing. It's no good, and the rebound goes to Haferny Diaz. 20 seconds remaining. Sunrise holding for the last shot as we're tied up at 10. Pass goes over from Graham to Kabari, and we're going to get a travel as Kabari faked one way. He slid his foot. And Hayes High is going to get it back for a chance to take the lead going into the second quarter. Cooper Johnson will get a bounce pass into Johnny Kano. Will pick up the pace here for Hayes High. He'll get a screen and will stop and give it back out to Dawson Reuter. 2 seconds to go. Dawson Reuter spinning, fade away from the free throw line is short. The rebound goes to Kabari, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Tied up at 10 in a low-scoring defensive battle so far. we'll see how the rest of this plays out when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the second quarter in a deadlock at 10-10. Low-scoring defensive battle so far. Hayes High trying to hold up their own in a game against the 17-3 Buffaloes. Team has been very successful this season. Carter Lang into the game now with the ball. He'll go to the left wing. Go back the other direction, get a screen from Dawson Reuter. Stops, kicks it out to Cooper Johnson. Thought about a three. And now Trace Jacobs with it. Bounce pass into Dawson Reuter. Does one dribble, spins his way to the basket, and he can't get the shot to fall. And the ball's still on the ground. Cooper Johnson comes out with the rebound. And underneath the basket, he can't get it to go. It's still being fought for, but it will be Sunrise ball. Israel Graham will walk it up the floor off the inbound from Tomohito Kabari. Kabari off the pass will fake one way and will try the shot. It rolls in and out. And Dawson Reuter's got his third rebound of the game. Now we're going to get a whistle, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter Lang. So the Buffaloes using that pressure defense at the half court. Israel Graham being guarded by Carter Lang. Will stand back on the S of the midcourt logo. Pass goes back out to Fernie Diaz, being guarded by Cooper Lindenmeyer. Back out to Graham. He'll drive, fade away on the shot, no good. And Trace Jacobs has his first rebound of the game. We'll go up court. Cooper Lindenmeyer all the way to the basket. Tries the reverse layup. It gets blocked by Marko Pavlovic, but it will stay with Hayes High. 2 blocks for him so far in this game. One of the key players for this team, for the Buffaloes. As you remembered, he's a member of Montenegro's U18 national team. As Hayes High gets the basket to fall, Cooper Lindenmeyer gets the layup. Pavlovic with it, being guarded by Reuter. Will hand it off to Kabari, or fake the handoff, and now he'll drive in, being guarded by Dawson Reuter. Can't get the shot to fall. The ball's still out, but Kabari will come out with the rebound. And now he'll throw it out to David Gonza as Sunrise drives in, and Kabari will get called for the foul. Or correction, Kabari will be fouled. Foul will go against Trace Jacobs for his first and the first personal foul this second quarter for Hayes High. So Tomohito Kabari will get the free throws. He's averaging 11 points per game this season, and his first free throw is good. As he gets set to attempt his second one, it's up, and it's good. Carter Lang bringing up the floor really quickly, slid and lost the ball, and Israel Graham will get the steal, and at the other end, he gets the layup. With the ball now, Cooper Lindenmeyer passes over to Cooper Johnson. Thought about trying a three from the right wing, gives it over to Trace Jacobs. Now Carter Lang with it. Taking different direction, gives it to Dawson Reuter, who lost the ball, but Cooper Johnson able to save it. He'll go in, stop, being guarded tightly by Gonza. Lindenmeyer with it, going back. 5:30 remaining in the second quarter. Now Cooper Johnson, right corner three on the way, bounces out, no good, and the rebound will go to Marko Pavlovic. And at the other end, the layup is good for the Buffaloes. With it now, Dawson Reuter off a pass from Cooper Lindenmeyer. 16-12 is Sunrise Christian's lead. Cooper Johnson gets the ball from Carter Lang. And we're going to get a foul called against Trace Jacobs. Another turnover for Hayes High after they got the first points of the second quarter. Buffalo's on a 6-0 run as Carter Lang and Trace Jacobs will come out. And the starters, Johnny Kano and Isaac Fox, will be back in. So 4:52 remaining here in the second quarter as Graham walks it up the floor. One thing that's working for Sunrise's advantage is since they're not a Acacia-sanctioned team, they're not using the shot clock in tonight's game. So they can play this game to their own pace, something that they're more familiar with. As they have it now, Graham gets a pass from McElroy and will try a long college range three, and he gets it to go. Johnny Kano with the ball, gives it over to Cooper Johnson. Isaac Fox in the right corner. Goes inside to Lindenmeyer, trying to back down his man. Brings it out as he was guarded by Pavlovic. Size disadvantage there. Now Cooper Johnson, Dawson Reuter, the hook shot is good. Johnson will get the assist, and Reuter now to 7 points in the game. And Hayes High will call timeout, and we will step away as well. As it's 19-14 with 4:06 remaining in the second quarter. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Following Hayes High's timeout, they will go back on defense, looking to get a stop here against the Buffaloes. As Israel Graham brings it up the floor. Get a pass over to Cannon McElroy, and now with it is Marko Pavlovic. Throws cross court. Gonzo thought about trying a three, will drive into the paint. Hayes High fans wanted a foul as Trey Oakley fell to the floor. Gonzo missed the first free throw and got his own miss, but no foul was called. Cooper Lindenmeyer with it in the left corner. Back out to Trey Oakley and over to Johnny Kano. Good ball movement so far in this game for Hayes High. Over to Cooper Lindenmeyer. He'll drive, being guarded by Pavlovic, and the shot is blocked by number 20, Judah Cyrus, his first of the game. And Pavlovic was the one that came out with the rebound. And Judah Cyrus was slow to get up as he goes back to the other end of the floor. Pull-up three was no good by Israel Graham, and Hayes High's got the rebound to Trey Oakley. Trey Oakley with it on the right block. Bounce pass over to Dawson Reuter, able to save it. And now Reuter will try the hook shot as it bounces out, no good. David Gonza's got his second rebound of the game. 2 straight missed shots for Hayes High as they go back on defense. Needing to control this Buffalo offense, who does a good job capitalizing off of mistakes and getting points. Graham stops at the free throw line, brings it back out from beyond three-point range, and will pull up from three-point range. As this one bounces off the front of the rim, it's no good. And Trey Oakley's got rebound number 2. Dawson Reuter with it. Dribbles towards the right and fakes the handoff to Cooper Lindenmeyer. And with it now is Isaac Fox as he drives in, being guarded by Pavlovic. He'll try the fadeaway hook shot. It was no good, and David Gonza gets rebound number 3. 3 straight missed shots now for Hayes High as they go back on defense. Gonza, three-pointer, it's on the way, and it's off the back iron and no good. Isaac Fox came out with the rebound. And now a steal from Israel Graham. As he goes to the other end, he'll try a three-pointer and buries it. 10 points already for the sophomore, and a timeout called by Hayes High. And it'll actually be a timeout called by Sunrise, so we'll step away as they talk things over on this 30-second timeout. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Following the timeout, it'll be Hayes High ball with 1:42 to go here in the second quarter. As Trey Oakley walking up the floor, gives it over to Dawson Reuter, and back out to Isaac Fox. Oakley kicks it over to Johnson. Hayes High working with it in a slower pace now. Dawson Reuter with it. Reverse layup is no good. Cooper Johnson able to come out, though, with the rebound, and Dawson Reuter will try a three-pointer and bury it. Huge shot for the Indians as they get their second three-pointer of the game to fall. Dawson Reuter already up to 10 points in the game. Pass goes over to McElroy. Now Graham with it. Will drive in, being guarded by Kano. Does a spin move into the paint, kicks it out to Cyrus. And now a three-pointer from Pavlovic, and this one rattles out no good. Kano's got the rebound. And it'll be Cooper Johnson, right wing three on the way. It's no good. And Pavlovic has his fourth rebound. There'll be a pass up to David Gonzalez. Sunrise will bring it up the floor, and Pavlovic will try a three. It bounces off the front of the rim, then the back of the rim, and it'll go in. 6 points so far for the 6'9" junior. Now Hayes High working back with it. 17 seconds to go until we reach halftime. Trey Oakley with it. Back over to Kano. And Hayes High is just going to hold for the last shot. Kano with it will stop at the top of the arc and then drive into the paint. And the shot is blocked by Pavlovic with 3 seconds to go. As it goes out of bounds, it's his third of the game. And with 2.9 seconds, we'll see what Hayes High decides to do. On the floor is Kano, Johnson, Oakley, Fox, and Reuter. So they have some options of what they can do. It's a pass over to Trey Oakley, right corner three, bounces off the back iron, and then Dawson Reuter has the rebound but can't hit the fadeaway shot. And we will go to halftime. It's Hayes High 17, Sunrise Christian 27. So we'll have our halftime show when we come back, where we will take a look at a recap of the first half and also take a look at our individual and team numbers. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Profe. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show with Sunrise Christian leading the Indians at the break 27-17. We'll now take a look at our recap of that first half. And Sunrise was the first team to put points on the board with a three-pointer from Marco Pavlovic. But Hayes High would take their first lead of the game with back-to-back baskets coming from Cooper Lindenmeyer and Dawson Reuter to go up 4-3. But that would be short-lived, and because of a basket from Tomohito Kabari. But Hayes High wouldn't go away that easy. They were able to get their largest lead of that first half, which was 4, and the two teams traded back and forth for the remainder of that low-scoring first quarter. And after 8 minutes, it was 10-10. But that's where Sunrise would open up after Hayes High got the first basket of the second quarter from Cooper Lindenmeyer. The Buffaloes would respond with a 9-0 run, which started with just 2 free throws from Tomohito Kabari, and then follow with baskets from Israel Graham. And as they led 19-12, Hayes High would get a basket from Dawson Reuter, and then that would follow with Sunrise Christian scoring with David Gonza, and then a three-pointer from Israel Graham. And then both teams got 2 3-pointers to round out the first half, which for Hayes High it was Dawson Reuter, and for Sunrise Christian it was Marco Pavlovic. And we'll have our individual and team numbers when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show with the Buffaloes leading the Indians at the break 27-17. We'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers, starting off with Hayes High. Their leading scorer right now is Dawson Reuter with 10, and right behind him is Cooper Lindenmeyer with 4. And rounding it out, Cooper Johnson has 2, and Isaac Fox has 1. Looking over at Sunrise Christian, their leading scorer is Israel Graham, who has 10 points so far. Behind him, Marco Pavlovic finished with 6, David Gonza with 5, and Tomohito Kabari had 4. And Hafferny Diaz finished with 2. Hayes High's other individual numbers consist of 2 rebounds from Johnny Cano, Cooper Lindenmeyer getting a rebound and a steal, Trace Jacobs having a rebound, and Trey Oakley having 2 rebounds. Cooper Johnson had 2 rebounds and an assist. Isaac Fox finished with 4 rebounds and a steal. And Dawson Reuter finished with 4 rebounds and an assist. And now looking over at Sunrise Christian, where they finished with Israel Graham getting a rebound and 2 steals. Tomohito Kabari finishing with 2 rebounds. And Judah Cyrus getting 2 rebounds and 2 blocks. And then David Gonza had 3 rebounds. Marko Pavlovic had 4. And Marko Pavlovic also had 3 blocks and assists and a steal. And now look over at our team numbers from that first half, starting off with Hayes High. They went 7 for 23 from the field and 2 for 7 from three-point range, while going 1 for 2 at the free throw line. They had 16 rebounds as a team, as well as 2 assists and 2 steals. And Sunrise Christian went 10 for 23 from the field and 5 for 11 from three-point range. They made both of their 2 free throws in that first half, and they had 13 rebounds and assists, 3 steals, and they finished with 5 blocks in that first half. So that'll do it for our individual and team numbers. And we'll take a look at our scores from around the state, and then we'll have the second half when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show, we'll now take a look at our scores from around the state, starting off with Liberal. They are trailing at halftime against Hooker by a score of 37-21. And looking over at TMP, they are playing Trigo tonight. The boys are down 16-10 at the end of the first quarter. That was the most recent score update that was reported 26 minutes ago. And we'll get more updates on that in the postgame show. And we'll now see if we can get some scores from other games around the state. Starting off, we see that Sublette leads Kinsley 39-28. That game in the third quarter. Logan Palco blew out Tri-Plains Brewster today, 87-25. Some other games also from around the state will include Lions ahead of Ellsworth in the third quarter. Close game there, 29-27. Rockhurst, Missouri ahead of Bishop Miege, 58-35 in the fourth quarter. And we'll see if we can get one more score. We have Nemaha Central ahead of Hiawatha, 31-28 in the third quarter. And that'll do it for the halftime show, and we'll have our second half action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School, as we're ready to get the second half underway. Sunrise will start with the ball with the possession arrow facing to their side as they're holding that 10-point lead, with scoring 17 points in that second quarter. As they'll go now, Tomohiro Kabari, no time wasted. He goes to the basket and gets the layup to fall. Trey Oakley with the ball now, gives it over to Johnny Cano. That's a look, take one bounce. It'll go over to Isaac Fox, pump fakes. Over to Cooper Johnson. Now he'll drive, do a spin move, being guarded by Graham. Lost the ball out into the right corner for Cano. And Dawson Drew getting the ball back. Trey Oakley will drive, spin, and kick it out. Johnson, three-pointer is on the way, and it's no good. And the rebound goes to Judas Cyrus. Hayes High now shooting 2 for 8 from three-point range as a team. And they've also missed their last 4 shots from the field. Graham with the ball, gives it over to Kabari. Back over to McElroy at the top of the arc. Johnny Cano almost stepped in for a steal as Graham got the pass. And it will go into Palovic as he'll try the layup. It's no good. Dawson Reuter gets the rebound. Hayes High fans wanted an over-the-back call, but it's not called. However, Dawson Reuter comes down with his 5th rebound of the game. Cano with it. Over to Fox. He's looking to try to get into the paint, and he gets it stolen as he tried passing it over to Cooper Johnson. Pass will go out now to McElroy. He'll try a three-pointer after faking it once. He can't get it to fall, and Dawson Reuter gets the rebound. It's a pass right down the court, and it's good on the layup to Isaac Fox. With it now is Graham. He'll hand it off to Kabari. Being guarded by Cano. He'll drive in, stop at the free throw line, and go back out. 29-19 is the score with the Buffaloes in front. And now all the way to the basket, Kabari. He'll get another layup to go. Once again, just waiting for the right time and able to run past the defense and score. With it now, Trey Oakley will drive in, stop on the left block, kick it out. Dawson Reuter, left corner three on the way. It bounces out, no good. But Trey Oakley has the rebound for Hayes High for his 3rd. He'll go into the paint, and we'll get a whistle. And I think they're going to say that this is a foul against Sunrise Christian. He'll go against Judah Cyrus. So Johnny Cano will inbound it. Looking, he'll get a bounce pass into Dawson Reuter, who's double teamed on the right block, brings it out, kicks it over to Cano. Three-pointer on the way, rolls out, no good. Trey Oakley there for the rebound and the putback. Huge shot there for Hayes High, and now a three-pointer at the other end. And getting it to fall is Israel Graham. He's now got 13 in the game. Cooper Johnson with it, gives it over to Johnny Cano. Isaac Fox with it now. He'll drive and stop, and then will now drive in again, being double teamed. He'll try the shot, and it goes. Hayes High trying to fight back in this game, but just as it happens, or as they try to fight back, the Buffaloes respond with another three-pointer. They extend their lead to 14 with 4:35 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Cooper Johnson lost the ball, and Marco Palovic comes out with the steal as he goes up for the layup. He's a little slow. And now Palovic will come out of the game. He got the layup to fall, but was a little slow on the way up as he landed on his leg awkwardly. So they will take him out of the game, but he does get the shot to fall. Sunrise shooting 50% from the field as a team as they're up by 16 now. Cooper Johnson gets a bounce pass over to Dawson Reuter. Backing down his man, he'll spin to the basket, and the shot is blocked by Judah Cyrus. Once again, Sunrise using their height to their advantage and just denying Hayes High at the rim. And now Marco Palovic will come back into the game in place of Judah Cyrus. After that scare from a second ago, he's able to check back in. Good sign for the Buffaloes, and now Cano with it. He'll inbound it to Trey Oakley. Oakley will give it back to Fox. 4 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Cano will try and drive past Gonza all the way to the basket. The layup no good. Tightly contested, and Pavlovic has the rebound. Now with it, Graham throws it across court, and Isaac Fox able to get his 2nd steal of the game as he's at the other end against Graham, and he dunks it! Isaac Fox with a dunk at the other end, cuts the lead down to 14. And that just brought some life back into the building as Hayes High tries to will start the comeback right here. With it now is Kabari. They'll go inside to Palovic. Can't get the shot to fall, and now Cooper Johnson gets the rebound. Fox will bring it back out inside to Dawson Reuter. He'll spin to the basket, and the layup's good. 2 straight shots fall for Hayes High, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Buffaloes as Isaac Fox in front of the student section trying to pump them up as they're only down by 12 now, trying to mount the comeback with 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. And we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School following the timeout. Hayes High's made their last 2 baskets, and with the Isaac Fox dunk, it kind of brought some life back into the building. As the timeout was called, he went over to the student section and got them pumped up. But now Hayes High will have to go back on defense, looking for a huge stop right here as the Buffaloes are coming off of a timeout. They'll get a pass over to Tomohito Kabari. He'll stop and we'll get the pass deflected. And Cooper Lindenmeyer with the steal, and he got a shoulder to the face as he went on the ground, and the foul was going to be called. The foul will go against Judah Cyrus for his, or correction, it'll go against Kabari for his first. Trey Oakley with it. Will pump fake the pass and bounce it over to Dawson Reuter. Takes one dribble, gets a pass over to Isaac Fox, and he'll go under the basket, and the layup no good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Would have been an and one if it had fallen, but they're going to get the foul on Cannon McElroy for his first of the game. 3rd team foul of this third quarter for Sunrise. Now Isaac Fox will go to the line to attempt the free throws. 33% at the line this season, and he misses the first one there. Cannon McElroy and Tomohito Kabari will switch sides for the Buffaloes. And now Isaac Fox's second free throw is up, and it rattles out no good, and the rebound will go to Palovic. Israel Graham with it. Long three-pointer, no good. And Cooper Johnson's going to get the rebound for his 4th. Trey Oakley now with it, driving all the way to the basket. Layup good. And Hayes High has cut the lead down to 10 as they've gotten the last 6 points of the game. Sean Dryling telling his team to keep it up right here. Palovic with it. Over to Graham. Now back over. Cannon McElroy. He'll try a 3, and it goes. 6 points for Cannon McElroy now in the game as he gets the lead back to 13. Isaac Fox with it, being guarded by Kabari. He'll try the shot, and it falls. Huge shot there for Fox as he's now got 9 in the game. And at the other end, we're going to get a foul call against Hayes High. Cooper Johnson, who is guarding Marko Palovic. And we're going to get a substitution as Trace Jacobs will go in for Dawson Reuter. And Israel Graham will be the one that throws it in. Marko Palovic with it. And we're going to get a foul call against the Buffaloes. Israel Graham, or correction, Cannon McElroy will be called for the moving screen. Minute 25 to go in the third quarter. Huge chance here for Hayes High. Lindenmeyer will inbound it to Trey Oakley. The Buffaloes were doing full court press, but will now back off. It'll be Trey Oakley with it. He'll drive on the right baseline, will spin, kick it over to Trace Jacobs, cutting to the basket, and the layup's good. Trey Oakley will get his first assist of the game, and Trace Jacobs has his first points. And it's been cut down to a single-digit game as the pass will go over now to David Gonza. It rattles out no good. And Palovic got the rebound, but can't get the putback as Trace Jacobs was the one that came out with the rebound. Trey Oakley with the ball, drives, being guarded by Kabari. He gets the pass from Johnson, and the pass goes over to Lindenmeyer. 33 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Johnson, he'll drive all the way to the basket. Will stop. Will try the shot. Bounces off twice, no good. And the rebound will go to Israel Graham. And they're gonna call a foul against Hayes High, saying that he pushed. A lot of disagreement with the call because it was a pretty contested area where it occurred. But Graham gets the rebound, and that's going to be the second foul against Cooper Johnson. Now Cooper Johnson will come out, will go to the bench, and Hayes High will make a substitution. 23 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Israel Graham, the lead scorer so far in the game for Sunrise, will walk it up the floor. Kabari will cut across, but Graham will just bounce pass it over to McElroy. And now back to Graham. Stopping at the top of the arc, bounce pass it inside of Palovic, back out to Kabari. He'll stop with 2 seconds. He'll try a fadeaway three-pointer at the buzzer. It's no good, but Cooper Lindenmeyer will come out with the rebound, and we will go to the third quarter with our score. Sunrise 42, Hayes 33, and we'll have the final 8 minutes of our game when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the fourth quarter in a 9-point game. Hayes High trying to slowly complete this comeback as at halftime they trailed by 10 and they were able to get some offense going in that third quarter. And now it is just a 9-point game. And now they're going to say Johnny Cano walked with the ball, but it looked like there was a kick ball. Johnny can't believe it as he's going to the other end of the floor to play defense. But it's going to be a turnover, and Sunrise will get it back. Kabari will pass it over to Graham. And now back to Kabari. He'll try a three-pointer, and it'll bounce out, no good. Isaac Fox will clean the glass with his 5th rebound. Now at the other end, Fox with it. Will dribble into the paint. We'll get a foul, and it will go against the Buffaloes. It'll be number 25, Marco Pavlovic. That'll be his first foul and the first foul of this fourth quarter for either team. Hayes High will put 3 across the baseline and have Isaac Fox in the backcourt as Johnny Cano inbounds it. Looking for someone to pass it to. Finds Fox in the left corner. He'll now drive on the baseline, stop, go out to Cooper Lindenmeyer, and now back out to Johnny Cano at the S of the midcourt logo. Ruder with it, hands it off to Fox. He'll try driving in against Pavlovic. Pump fakes once, twice, and now we'll give it back out to Cooper Lindenmeyer. Now he's looking for someone to pass it to. He just has to throw it in the backcourt once again for Cano. Johnny with it will give it over to Cooper. Now Isaac Fox with it. He'll take a couple dribbles in, and now will drive. Has it poked free as Lindenmeyer drives on top of it, and we're going to get a timeout called by Hayes High. So with 6:59 to go here in the fourth quarter, we're going to step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Following the timeout, Cooper Lindenmeyer will inbound it for Ace High and now give it up to Isaac Fox. Bounce pass to Dawson Reuter, the pump fake, and the layup's good. Isaac Fox will get the assist, and now Reuter up to 14 points as Hayes High gets the first points of this fourth quarter. It's just a 7-point game as it will be a pass over to Graham. He'll give it back over to McElroy. He'll try a three-pointer, and it rattles out no good. Dawson Reuter had the rebound, but it will be Hayes High ball as David Gonza hit it out. So Cooper Johnson will inbound it to Johnny Cano. Hayes High has been able to cut the Sunrise lead down to 7. As we'll wait for an opening. Johnny Cano with it. Will work towards the left, gives it over to Dawson Reuter. Now Johnson with it, pump fakes, and now will go into Reuter. Reuter takes one dribble, fakes one way. We'll try the hook shot. It's an air ball, but Isaac Fox there for the rebound. That's Johnny Cano, long college range three on the way. Splash! Johnny Cano to get the three, cuts it down to 4. Now Hayes High back on defense, 4-point game as it's a pass out now to David Gonza. He'll try a three-pointer, it bounces out, no good. Isaac Fox has the rebound, and Hayes High will go back to the other end of the floor. And at the other end, the layup is good for Johnny Cano. Two straight baskets for Johnny, and it's a 2-point game with 5:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Israel Graham with it. He'll go inside on the pass to Gonza. He'll bring it back out. Being triple team now, it's a pass out to Hafferny Diaz, and he gets the shot. The assist will go to Gonza, and it's back up to a 5-point lead for the Buffaloes. And now a drive to the paint for Fox. He gets fouled on the way up. Couldn't get the shot to fall, but instead will go to the free throw line. They'll call it on number 20, Judah Cyrus, for his third and second team foul for the Buffaloes. Fox will take 2 dribbles, getting ready to attempt the free throw. And this one takes a bounce off the front of the rim, no good. Now a substitution for the Buffaloes. David Gonza checks out, and for Hayes High checking out is Cooper Lindenmeyer. Fox looking to hit the free throw right here to cut the lead down to 4 for the Buffaloes. And also enter double figures, and he does just that as he gets the free throw to rattle in. No time wasted for the Buffaloes as they get to the other end of the floor. Pass deflected by Isaac Fox, and it was actually last touch by the Buffaloes, so Hayes High will get the ball back. Trey Oakley will walk it up the floor. Hayes High letting their offense set up. Oakley pump fakes once and then bounce passes over to Isaac Fox. He'll back down his man into the paint. Fakes once and will go up for the basket. The layup no good, but Dawson Reuter right there for the putback. Huge effort there from the sophomores. It's a 2-point game. Israel Graham with it. Student section getting hyped up here in this 2-point game with 4 minutes to go. Graham will throw it to the other side of the court for Diaz. It's a bounce pass into Pavlovic. He'll get double teamed, and the pass will get tipped, and Isaac Fox will come out with the steal. At the other end, pass over to Cooper Johnson, and the layup is blocked by number 20, Judah Cyrus. And the three-pointer on the way from Israel Graham, and he hits it. now we're going to get a foul call underneath the basket for Hayes High, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Trey Oakley was fouled by number 20, Judah Cyrus. It's actually Cannon McElroy who was called for the foul for his third, and it's the third team foul for the Buffaloes. The free throw is up, and it rattles in for Trey Oakley. 44-48 is the score as they'll make a substitution for the Buffaloes. Hafferny Diaz checks out of the game. Now the building completely silent for Trey Oakley's second free throw. And he gets that one to fall. 6 points for Trey Oakley. And a 3-point game. And now we're going to get a whistle. And they're going to say Johnny Cano had the ball on a steal but went out of bounds. Had to dive to the ground to get a hold of it, and then his back touched the line. And a pull-up three was faked by Kabari, and now Graham, he'll try another three, and he gets another one to fall. My goodness. 19 points for Israel Graham as Tomohito Kabari will get the assist. Eleven threes made in the game by the Buffaloes as Hayes High with the ball, trailing by 6 with 3:28 to go here. Dawson Reuter gets the pass. We'll stop at the top of the arc, hand it over to Isaac Fox. Trey Oakley thought about trying a three. Will drive in, stop, inside. Isaac Fox, and the layup rattles out, no good. Gets his own miss, and he gets the putback. $12 points for Isaac Fox, and he gets another rebound, his 8th of the game in that category. So we enter the final 3 minutes. It's a pass in here for Judah Cyrus as he tries the hook shot. It's no good. Cooper Johnson's got his 5th rebound of the game. Trey Oakley with it. Working towards that right side. As Isaac Fox was cutting, he decided not to pass it to him, and now Trey Oakley will drive all the way to the basket, and he's fouled on the way up. Tomohito Kabari is going to be called for it, and Hayes High has a chance to cut it back down to a single possession game with 2 free throws. So Trey Oakley back to the line. Again, the building goes silent for the free throw attempt, and it takes a couple bounces and goes in. And now ready for his second one, Oakley. You can just hear the silence of the building. And he gets his second free throw to go. 8 points for Trey Oakley, and it's a 2-point game. Pass goes over to Pavlovic. With it now, Kabari. 2:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Pass over to Graham. He'll drive in on a double team, and we'll get a pass out to Pavlovic. Cross court to Kabari. He thought about trying a three. Goes inside, and Pavlovic is right underneath the basket for the layup. Now Pavlovic will enter double figures for the Buffaloes. As we enter the final 2 minutes, Trey Oakley with the ball. Gives it over to Johnny Cano. He'll pump fake once and now give it over to Isaac Fox. Bounce pass into Dawson Reuter, and Pavlovic will come out with the steal as they're at the other end, and it's a dunk for Cannon McElroy. Now a 6-point game as Dawson Reuter underneath the basket can't get the shot to fall. And the ball's still loose on the ground. Not sure who has it yet. They're going to say it's a foul call against Hayes High. Now we're going to get some pushing and shoving underneath. Not sure if a technical foul might have been called. They were pushing some players away. They're going to tell each player to go to the bench, and both coaches are over by the referees, but now Sean Dreiling will go back to the bench. They called a foul against Hayes High on the left baseline while there was a loose ball. And then after that followed, there was some pushing and shoving. I'm not sure who started, if it was a Hayes High player or a Sunrise Christian player. But the rest are having a talk about it. Either way, this is going to be a huge call because this depending on who they decide to call this technical foul against, it could definitely change some momentum. Again, I'm not quite sure who they're looking at for the call, but there was pushing and shoving going on that left baseline by the gym exit door. And we'll get the official call. So they're going to say that it's a jump ball to the scores table. There will be no technical foul called, and I think they're going to say that it's a little bit hard to tell what they're talking about. The first thing that the ref said when he got over to the scores table is that it's a jump ball. Now he's talking with Sean Dreiling. So there will be two technical fouls called. So there's a technical foul. So Johnny Kano and Marko Pavlovic each called for a technical foul. So there were two technical fouls, one for each team, and there was a jump ball. So since the technical foul's offset, it'll be Sunrise ball as they have that 6-point lead with 1:36 to go. So Hayes High will bring out their full court press, trying to get the ball back in any hopes of completing a comeback. Israel Graham with it, gives it over to Kabari. Now a cross-court throw to McElroy, and Isaac Fox and Johnny Kano were there on the double team. But a timeout was called by Sunrise Christian, and we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
So after the timeout, Sunrise Christian will inbound it right in front of their bench. Pass will go into Israel Graham, and it'll be a pass, and Isaac Fox comes out with the steal. At the other end, Johnny Kano, layup, good. 4-point game with 1:20 to go as Johnny Kano gets another layup to fall. Hayes High continuing to press. Pavlovic with the ball, and we're going to get a whistle, and Hayes High wanted a jump ball, but they're going to say Isaac Fox will get called for a reach-in. Second team foul for Hayes High as Isaac Fox is called for the reach-in foul, and it's going to be an inbound for Sunrise Christian. Tomohito Kabari will once again be the one inbounding it. It'll go into Israel Graham. Hayes High double teaming him on the backcourt. Now Kabari goes past Dawson Reuter, and he gets the pass, and he's got another assist as Pavlovic gets to the basket. .55 seconds to go. Hayes High down by 6, and a timeout called by Sean Dreiling. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Trey Oakley will inbound it for Hayes High with 53 seconds to go. Isaac Fox with it. Pump fake three from Cooper Johnson. Looking, gives it back out to Johnny Cano. 47 seconds to go in the game. Cano all the way to the basket. Will get fouled on the way up as he goes down to the floor hard. Marco Palovic got his arm in there and will be the one called for the foul. And also, we're going to get I think we're going to get a bench warning on Hayes High. Not sure what the ref came over to the table for, but Johnny Cano will be at the line to shoot the free throws. 7 points so far for him in the game, and now needs to make these next two to keep Hayes High's hopes alive. He's 72% at the line this season. And the first free throw will bounce off the front of the rim, and it's no good. So Cano will get set for the second one. Cooper Lindemeyer will go over to the bench, ready to come in a second. The free throw is up for Cano, and it's good. So Cooper Lindemeyer will go in for Dawson Reuter. As Hayes High just trying to get some of their three-point shooters into the game, trying to complete the comeback and add a little bit more guard play in as they're playing in the backcourt on a full-court press. With it now, McElroy going to the other end. Over to Graham. Passes back out to Palovic. And now Graham will get it back. He'll get fouled by Isaac Fox with 32 seconds remaining in the game. And Hayes High does have fouls to give, so they have a few more that they need to get if they want to send the Buffaloes to the line. For now, you can either foul or attempt to try to go for the steal. Palovic with it, throws up court to Gonza underneath the basket, being guarded by Johnson. He misses the layup, and Cooper Lindemeyer's got the rebound. 23 seconds to go in the game. Lindemeyer up ahead. Fox underneath the basket, and the layup good, and one! Isaac Fox fouled by David Gonza, and he'll go to the line and try to make it a two-point game with 20 seconds to go. They'll get it on Marco Palovic for his fourth foul in the game. Isaac Fox now up to 14 points. Now an and one attempt to make it a two-point game with 20 seconds to go is Isaac Fox. Free throws up, and it's good. We're going to get a whistle and a timeout called by Hayes High. Two-point game, 20 seconds to go. The score, 57-55. We'll see how it all plays out when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
It'll be Sunrise ball. 20 seconds to go as they're up by 2. Throwing it in is Kabari. They'll get it into Palovic, and now up ahead to Diaz. It's a 1-on-2 situation, and underneath the basket is McElroy. And he'll get fouled on the way up by Cooper Lindemeyer, and 2 free throws will be coming up. And good job by Lindemeyer. He had to sprint the entire length of the court to get there in time. And it's a good foul as McElroy will go to the free throw line. 8 points so far for him in this game. He just needs to miss one free throw to keep Hayes High's chance alive. The first one is up, and it's good. Sunrise is 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Now this one could possibly decide the game. The free throw, it's up. It bounces 3 times and goes in. And now Sunrise will take a timeout. We'll see how long the timeout is. It is a full timeout, so we'll step away as the two teams talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to conclude this fourth quarter. 4-point game. What a quarter it has been. It started off with Sunrise holding in the 9-point lead at 42-33. But these two teams have been trading blows back and forth. Hayes High getting more aggressive on offense and defense, and even trailing as little as 2 points at some points in this game. But now they're down by 4 with 14 and a half seconds to go, needing to score on this next possession to have any hopes of completing their comeback. It'll be Cooper Johnson inbounding it to Trey Oakley. Also on the floor for Hayes High, Johnny Kano, Dawson Reuter, and Isaac Fox. Oakley will sprint up the floor going down the sideline. We'll hand it over to Johnny Kano. He'll stop and spinning with 6 seconds to go. Over to Isaac Fox. He'll try the three-pointer. It's on the way, and it's an air ball as Trey Oakley is able to save it. Dawson Reuter underneath the basket. Can't get his shot to fall, and that is where the game will come to an end as Sunrise prevails tonight by a final score of 59-55 to improve their record to 18-3 on the year. And for Hayes High, this will be their 3rd straight loss as they now drop to 7-7 on the year. We'll have our post-game show coverage when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, this is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. This is Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning in to today's game, and we also want to remind you that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play of varsity sports, including football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School on the post-game show as Hayes High falls short tonight against Sunrise Christian by a final score of 59-55. We'll now take a look at how the game unfolded. Sunrise got the first points off of a three-pointer from Marco Pavlovic, but Hayes High showed some fight at the beginning of the game, getting off to a 9-5 lead with some key shots from Cooper Johnson as well as a three-pointer from Dawson Reuter, but at the end of the first quarter, it was 10-all, and Hayes High got the first points of the second quarter from Cooper Lindenmeyer, but a 9-0 run would follow from Sunrise Christian, which included a three-pointer from Israel Graham as well as Hafferny Diaz getting a basket as well. And Hayes High would get a basket from Dawson Reuter, but after that, there would be a shot from David Gonza and then a three-pointer, a three-pointer from Israel Graham, and then both teams made a three-pointer to conclude the first half as Sunrise led 27-17 at the break, and the two teams went back and forth to start the third quarter with Sunrise getting out to the 34-23 lead, and then 5 points following after that from both Cannon McElroy and Marco Pavlovic. But Hayes High would end in the third quarter on a 10-3 run, which included some shots from Isaac Fox and Dawson Reuter, as well as Trey Oakley getting a key basket. And Isaac Fox also would get another one as it was 42-33 going into the fourth quarter, and that's where things got really exciting. Hayes High trailed by as little as 2 points as it was 45-43. But Sunrise would continue to grow their lead. Each chance Hayes High would come close to possibly even taking it from the Buffaloes, which even included a 51-49 point game off of two Trey Oakley free throws. But the Buffaloes took a 57-51 lead, and Hayes High couldn't quite overcome it as Johnny Cano had a free throw, and then Isaac Fox had a layup plus an and one, and the Buffaloes would seal the deal as Cannon McElroy made his last two free throws. Now we'll take a look at our individual and team numbers, starting off with Hayes High. The leading scorer for the Indians tonight is Dawson Reuter, finishing with 16, and Isaac Fox is right behind him with 15. Trey Oakley and Johnny Cano each finished with 8 points, and Cooper Lindenmeyer had 4 points. Trace Jacobs and Cooper Johnson had 2 points, and now we'll look over at Sunrise Christian. Their leading scorer is Israel Graham with 19 points, followed behind him is Cannon McElroy with 10. Marco Pavlovic had 12. Tomohito Kabari had 8. There were 5 points for David Gonza, and Hafferny Diaz had 5 points as well. Hayes High's other individual numbers include 2 rebounds and a steal for Johnny Cano. Cooper Lindenmeyer finishing with 3 rebounds and 2 steals. Trace Jacobs getting 2 rebounds. Trey Oakley had 4 rebounds and an assist. And Cooper Johnson finished with 5 rebounds and an assist. Isaac Fox had a total of 8 rebounds in the game to go with an assist and 4 steals. Dawson Reuter had 8 rebounds as well, getting an assist to go along with it. And now looking at Sunrise Christian, their individual numbers consist of Israel Graham getting 2 rebounds and 3 steals. Tomohito Kabari getting 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Judah Cyrus had 3 rebounds and 4 blocks. David Gonza had 3 rebounds and an assist. And then rounding it out, Marco Pavlovic finished with 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, an assist, and 3 steals. And finally, Hafferny Diaz finished with a rebound. Now looking at our team numbers, Hayes High finished going 22 for 50 from the field, and 3 for 12 from three-point range while going 7 for 12 at the free throw line. They had 32 rebounds, split perfectly, 16 and 16 in each half. They had 4 assists and 7 steals. And for the Buffaloes, they went 22 for 45 from the field and went 11 for 23 from three-point range and 4 for 4 at the free throw line. They had 17 rebounds in the game and 5 assists, and they also had 6 steals. And they also finished with a season high for any of Hayes High's opponents, 7 blocks in the game. So that'll do it for our team numbers, and we're now going to see if we can take a look and get some scores from around the state. Starting off with the Liberal Redskins. They are on the road tonight in Oklahoma, taking on the Hooker Bulldogs. They fall tonight by a final score of 65-32. For TMP, they were at home tonight against Trigo, and they pull away after trailing early on, but they win by a final score of 67-51. We'll now see if we can get some final scores from some of the other games going on around the state tonight. As we wait for that to pull up. Pike Valley gets a win tonight over Natoma by a final score of 68-45, the final score in that one. We mentioned earlier Logan Palco defeats Tri-Plains Brewster 87-25. Hiawatha pulls away over Nemaha Central tonight 47-46. Lions gets a close win over Ellsworth 43-40. Rockers, Missouri beats Bishop Miege 74-47. And some other scores are Sublette winning 75-54 over Kinsley. Independence is ahead of Wichita Independent 83-23 in the fourth quarter. And a couple more scores and our final score is DeSoto up ahead at home over Piper 27-20. That game that latest game update is in the first quarter. But that's going to do it for our coverage of tonight's game. Again, Hayes High, the Hayes High girls able to get a big win tonight over Sunrise by a final score of 64-43, and the boys just couldn't quite complete the comeback as they fall 59-55. Looking at what's ahead for both teams now, Hayes High will be back here on Friday night for their Indian Call home game against Dodge City. The girls' game is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, and the boys will follow at 7:30. And for Sunrise Christian, they will go down to Wichita for their next game. They will face off against the Wichita Defenders home school on Thursday before returning home to play Destiny Christian on February 7th. So that's going to do it for our coverage of tonight's game. We want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm Hank Corsair. This has been Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We will see you all next time.